n'ala Igbo na Disemba ebe a makwa na Disemba ka ụmụ be anyị ji anatasi ụlọ o wee na-asị na sit at home of 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and 14th December na ya kansụl gị ya ọ sị m gwa gị ịmapa afọ m gwa Chinasa Nworu m gwa Edozie that they should broadcast it and cancel the sit at home declare from wrongful source. The only person on when you declare sit at home but the head of Directorate of States, DOS, Chika Edoziem. Any other declaration by any other person from any other quarter is illegal, is unlawful, and must be stopped. Where's nobody else, Chika Edoziem. Any other declaration by any other person from any other quarter is illegal, is unlawful, and must be stopped. Where's nobody any other declaration by any other person from any other quarter is illegal, is unlawful, and must be stopped. Where's nobody any other declaration by any other person from any other quarter is illegal, is unlawful, and must be stopped. Where's nobody any other declaration by any other person from any other quarter is illegal, is unlawful, and must be stopped. Where's nobody any other declaration by any other person from any other quarter is illegal, is unlawful, and must be stopped. Where's nobody any other declaration by any other person from any other quarter is illegal, is unlawful, and must be stopped. Where's nobody any other declaration by any other person from any other quarter is illegal, is unlawful, and must be stopped. Where's nobody
what you just saw now, the security breach in NDA, and we've got Commodore Kunle Olaomi joining us here this morning. He's the head Department of Criminology and Security Studies, Christland University, Nigeria. Good morning, sir. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, this is it's one of those blow your cheeks out moments, because lots of people, when they heard it, they just thought, no way, this can't be. But they just thought, well, in fact, some people thought it was fake news. Others thought, nah, maybe there could be some other explanation to this. And then the academy put up this press release saying, yes, it's been compromised. And here we are today. So details are emerging that raises more questions than answers at the moment. But what's your impression of this, for instance?
Thank you very much. My impression, I think, is just the impression of every Nigerian at this point. This is an aberration. I mean, you don't attack a Nigerian Defense Academy and kill officers and get away with it.
Yeah.
The last time I was in NDA was in 2017. I went to carry out an investigation by the Minister of Defense. I wanted me to check what is going on with the training and the security environment there. I remember I spent about a week at NDA with the commandant and with the staff, you know. But something struck me, and that was every Friday, the gate of NDA is thrown open, and everybody have access to come and pray in the mosques. And I want to actually enjoin journalists to go to all military formations across the country on Friday by 1 o'clock. You are going to see the same thing happening across all military formations, including Naval Training Command at Papa, including the division in Ibadan, including NDA, including Jaji. I was in Jaji in 1994 for my junior division. And every Friday, our gate is thrown open. And everybody comes in to pray in our mosques. Even though they have their mosque outside. If you go to Defense Headquarters, I serve at Defense Headquarters as the Deputy Director, Defense Administration between 2015 and 2017. Throughout my 2 years at Defense Headquarters, I received visitors only twice because of the strict security architectures at the Defense Headquarters. But every Friday, the gate of Defense Headquarters is thrown wide open for everybody to come in and do Jumat. That is the time the terrorists have the time to profile our security environment.
Has that always been the case?
It has always been the case. I've served the military intelligence for the past 35 years. It has always been the case. Our problem is religion and socio-cultural. I mean, people will expect me to talk about kinetics, about operation and so on. I've been an operational commander all my life. I've commanded warships, I've commanded troops, I've commanded men outside Nigeria and so on. But I'm not going to come to your station to discuss kinetics. The problem is not kinetics. In 2017, 2016, I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I told them, General Lawrence Shakin then, that the challenge we have in this country cannot be solved the same way we solved the problem of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta problem was solved during Yaradua time, basically by me. And I told them that we can't use that same template for Boko Haram. I told General Shakin to look at the center of gravity of the problem. And we all came together. I was made a member of the committee, including Atahiru that just died was a member of that committee in 2016, 2017. And we came to a conclusion after several arguments. And the arguments were three. To identify the center of gravity of the problem, one group said it is the fighters, the Boko Haram fighters are the center of gravity, so we should go after them. Another group said the center of gravity of Boko Haram is Abubakar Shekau. So if we go after Abubakar Shekau, then the problem of Boko Haram will be solved. I took exception to the group. I said that is not the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram insurgency that we were having between that 2012 and 2017. And General Lanshakin asked me, Olami, why are you giving problem? What is the problem? Give us the answer. And I told General Lanshakin that if I tell you the answer, you are not going to be able to solve the problem. He said, what is the problem? I said, the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us. Because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. Yep. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them.
When you say we, who?
I was in the military intelligence. Okay. And the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem. Because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that Buhari government has refused to try them?
So the government knows sponsors of Boko Haram?
Of course, it's in the news. In April this year, the government said they have arrested 400 Bureau de Change related people that were sponsoring Boko Haram. They told us. And Abu Dhabi also helped us to arrest few Nigerians, tried them, we know them. Why can't this government, if not that they are partisan and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial?
So the Bureau de Change operators on the one hand, but you particularly said people in government. Are those part of the Bureau de Change, or those people that you say are in government are still there, government is aware and government is condoning them?
The people I mentioned that are in government are not these ones they just arrested. You remember this to the sense of what happened yesterday. And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for General Lanshakin, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them.
Yeah, Commodore.
So the solution I gave them was that if we can't pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also, going to be difficult to deal with. I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blimps. The blimps are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blimps are equipment that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence. And we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from, When they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to?
Okay, well,
they did not buy this equipment up to.
Okay, you said quite a number of things. Let's pick up on some of them and see if we could make some, if you could shed some further light on some of them. Since 2012, I mean, you've been in operation, as you said, ever since that time. You questioned several people. Some people were identified at that time. Did the government at that time try any of them? Or were any of them also in government at the time?
No, the government did not try any of them, and the defense headquarters were you cannot be higher than your pastor spiritually. You can't, no matter what you do.
So this is the same religion you spoke about?
Yes. In real life, you see that the defense headquarters cannot conduct any operations that is not sanctioned by the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
Yeah.
They cannot.
No matter how small, little
they
it
cannot.
is.
So, when the Yar'Adua government decided to put an end to Niger Delta militancy, that was in 2007. What he did was simple. He called all the security chiefs and all the intelligence chiefs and tasked them to come up with a solution. The Defense Intelligence Agency, the National Intelligence Agency, the Department of State Services were called with the Inspector General of Police and the Interpol to come up with a solution to the problem.
Chukwu okike abịama, Chukwu na-afụ na ife afụ na nzuzo, Chukwu maara onye aka ya dị ọcha na onye obi ya dị ọcha. Nwoke si na ya ji ọfọ, nwaanyị si na ya ji ọfọ, mana ọfọ maara onye ji ya. Ụkpaka na-agba n'ọdọ mmiri ọ chụrụ ọzụọ. Gaa n'ogwe o mechi ụzọ osi mpịara na-azụ ụmụ igiriga ọgụ nke mmụọ. Ọ gịnị ka m ga-etu gị ka o zuolo gị? Asị m n'oge akara aka eluo ịbụ mmụọ ka mmụọ, ibe ka ibe. Chukwu okike onye obiọma sị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo. Mmụọ niile m na-ejere ozi asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo. Oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ. Oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ. Mmụọ niile m na-ejere ozi asị m unu binye elu. Tetenụ n'ụra, tetenụ n'ụra, tetenụ n'ụra, tetenụ n'ụra. Asị m n'ọnwụ unu nwoke bụ nwa eze Chukwu bụ ụzọ mba aka ji ọfọ Igbo ọzọ eme nte eme ime ọsị m nọ ya nọ n'etiti unu taa. Ọsọ unu binye enu n'oge akara aka eluo. Mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie asị m gị binye. Mmụọ na-afụ na ife afụ na nzuzo asị m gị binye. Oke ọfọ ji eje ọgụ asị m unu binye. Ọfọ ndị Igbo niile asị m gị binye. Ọfọ ndị mmiri asị m gị binye. Ọfọ ndị ikuku asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị osimiri asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị nwanyị na-ebe asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị idodi ikwu na-eme asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị amambara asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị osimiri Njaba asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị ala Igbo niile asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị ọgba asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị anike wawa asị m gị binye. Oke arụsị na n'ike ojuru nwaanyị aga anị asị m gị binye n'oge akara aka eluo. Igirigi ọgụ mmụọ. Asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọkwa nwa dike. Asị m dododo unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola. Asị m unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola. Nna nna anyị ochie, mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ. Mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Igbo dị ndụ. mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu dị ndụ, mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Biafra dị ndụ. Asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka lụọ. Asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọ nwa dike. Ọ sị na mberede nyiri dike na mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike. Ọ ya ka m ji akpọ unu n'isi Ọhamadike bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ya bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, otu mkpụrụ anya ji isi ụgwọ, otu ọnụ na-ekwuchitere mba niile, ụkpaka na-agba n'udu mmiri na-agba n'oge nke ya. Asị m unu binye n'isi ya, nye ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike, napụta ya na Eke, napụta ya na Orie, napụta ya na Afọ, napụta ya na Nkwọ. Asị m na ahịa akara aka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ, na ahịa akara aka agaghị eri Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Asị m unu ga-anapụta Nnamdi Kanu na Eke, napụta ya na Orie, napụta ya na Afọ, napụta ya na Nkwọ. Asị m mee ka ọnụ niile kwụrụ njọ n'isi atụgharịa kwụ mma, ka ọnụ kọrọ ogiri ọnụ kọrọ ogiri lachaa. Chukwu okike abịa ma onye jiri mmiri siri ike kpọọ aja, were aja siri ike kpọọ mmadụ. Asị m na taata bụ ụbọchị Eke n'ala Igbo. Asị m na Eke ga-eketara Nnamdi Kanu ndụ, Eke ga-eketara ya nnwere onwe, Oke ga-eketara ya ndụ, Oke ga-eketara ya Biafra, Oke ga-eketara ya nnwere onwe, Oke ga-ekegburu ya ndị iro, kegburu ya ajọ mmadụ na ajọ mmụọ. Asị m na mbọsọ ga-apụta Ekwensu ga-anọ n'ụra, ndị ilo ya ga-anọ n'ụla. Ọkwa na ekwe osu. Asị m gịnị bụ ekwensu? Asị m na mbọsọ ọ ga-apụta, ya bụ ndị ilo ga-anọ n'ụra. Ọha bụ ndị ọha nwa bụ ekwensu. Asị m na ha ncha ga-anọ n'ụra. Na Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube. Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube. Asị m na ọnụ kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya ga-atụgharịkwọ mma. Asị m ọbịa igbu Nnamdi Kanu bụ onwe ya. Onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị adị ndụ, onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri. Onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta, onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri. Ọnụ niile kọrọ ogiri ọnụ ga-akọrọ ogiri lachaa. Osisi abụla oturu ga-emeche wee kwele. Onye asị na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta, asị m na ọnụ ahụ iji wee kwuo ya dịka ejikwa ya wee kwugharịa mma n'isi ya. Asị m na ebe onye ahụ na-atụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu aka, asị m aka gị ga-akpọnwụ. Osisi ahụ fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu wee tọọ nkwe, asị m ikuku futuo gị. Anya ọbụla fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu kwawa akwa alịla, asị m alịla akọ ya n'anya. Onye fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu cheta ihe gburu nwa ya, ihe gburu nwa ya gbuo ya, maka na ọ bụrụ ya gburu nwa gị. Chukwu okike abịa ma asị m na mberede nyiri dike, mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike. Asị m na okirikiri ka a na-agba ukwu ose, ọ dadị ukwu ose elu. Na okirikiri ka ndị iro ga-agba Nnamdi Kanu mana ha ama mkpata ya aka. Ọ sị na nkirikiri ka ọ na-ekiri odido, jiri odido enyi ozu. Na ọkwanụ nkirikiri ka ndị iro ga na-ekiri ya mana ha ama mfụ ya anya. Asị m na eje anaba isi ije. Asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-eje na ọ ga-ana. Asị m na inye anaghị eri ọba maka na inye na ọba bụ nwanne. Inye agaghị eri Nnamdi Kanu maka na ọ bụ nwi. Asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-adị ka echi, echi anaghị agwụ agwụ. Maka na ije ejere bụ ije mmiri, ọ bụrụ eje nkụ. Asị na ya bụ ije ga-abụ ije mmiri. Asị m na ọ ga-anata n'udo. Asị m na ọ ga-abata sirili welele. Asị m na unu ga-aga kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu. Asị m unu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu. Gaa kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu. Gaa tụnye ugo, gaa nye ya mmeri, gaa nye ya mmeri, gaa nye ya mmeri. Tụnye ugo n'elu ugo, nye ike n'elu ike, nye ya ndụ n'elu ndụ. Ọkwanụ ndụ ka o ji efu na efufe. Unu nye Nnamdi Kanu ndụ, onwe ike wee kwụrụ jinjin, onwe ike wee kwụrụ wee fuo na ofufe. A sị na ya kara ka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ. Ihe mere ha ji jide Nnamdi Kanu bụ ka nwee ike wee megide ndị Igbo, ka nwee ike megide ụmụ Biafra, ka nwee ike wee kwuchie anyị ọnụ, ka ha nwee ike wee kachie anyị ọnụ, ka anyị ghara ikwu okwu ọzọ. Mana ama m na dododo Chukwu okike abịa ma ndị nwa na ndị nwe mmiri, ndị nwe ikuku, ndị nwe anyanwụ, mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie, mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ, mmụọ niile ọ kwafọrọ ọbara ha n'ike maka ihi Biafra. Asị m unu binyenu, asị m unu dododo na ọkwa na unu bụ ihe nwe ike a, ọkwa na unu ga-eji ọgụ mmụọ a, ọkwa na unu ga-aga bụori ahịa, ọkwa na unu ga-aga napụta ya maka na ihe ọ tinyere unu n'aka anaghị ele ule. Asị m dododo igirigi ọgụ mmụọ. Eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo, mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo, asị m unu binye, maka na onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị aṅụ mmiri, onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị eri nnu. Nnu bụ ihe ụtọ si na mmiri wee pụta. Onye ọbụla na-eri ihe na-eri ihe dị na mmiri. Onye na-asa arụ ji mmiri asa arụ. Onye ọbụla na-eme ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme ji mmiri eme ya. Asị m ihe ọbụla mmadụ na-eme n'ụwa, mmiri ọ na-ebubu ụzọ. Asị m onye ọbụla kpọrọ mmiri asị na mmiri a ga-agbagbu ya. Asị m onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-awụsa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-emesa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye na-aṅụ mmiri na-eli nnu, asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee lie nnu wee ṅụọ mmiri na ị ga-eji akwa okwu ọma n'isi Nnamdi Kanu n'aha Chukwu okike abịa.
Ise. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through Radio Biafra London My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land, and today is the 15th day of February in the year of our Lord 2023. Tatabo Oboche Afo in our own calendar. Today is Afo Market Day, because that is how our ancestors has been counting the days. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition. Honestly, all these days have not been regular because of some personal issues, situations beyond my control, schedules, and others, honestly. But in a short period of time, I will bounce back and be as regular as before. But we must continue. Therefore, our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is still in the enemy dungeon, despite the court ruling, the the Nigerian Appeal Court verdict of him being discharged and acquitted, that he should never, Nigerian Appeal Court verdict of him being discharged and acquitted, that he should never they have vowed to continue maintaining that company for their own benefit, because it is to the exclusive benefit of the creator of Nigeria. But as human beings, we should decide our fate and not allow foreigners to be always deciding our fate for us. It makes us look lower than human beings. That is why we, the indigenous people of Biafra, have decided to make sure that we are out of that enclave, that nigger area, that company, Royal Niger Company, which is still going on today in the broader level of Nigeria setting, and also as Unilever. Therefore, we have to chart our own route. That is why we are making sure to restore our nation, whereby we can have control over our destiny. Because in this damnable contraption, this Royal Niger Company, the creator has vowed through the house nigger, the caliphate, that we should never, they will make sure that we shall never have control over our destiny. Do you sometimes ponder on those words? Today, are we having control of our destiny? The answer is no. That is why they have turned our women, our ladies, to run girls. That is it. That is why they have turned many of our people into committing different havocs just to make a living. Are you understanding what I'm saying? That is, you cannot, to make sure that we don't have control over our destiny. That is the reason why there is so much difficulty in that zoo. I say so much difficulty. People have resorted into buying their own money, buying cash, buying money. It's only in the zoo that I am hearing this type of thing. Buying money, buying cash. You use money to buy your money. And the people are not rising up spontaneously. Instead, people are being, low down different avenues through the politicians, through the religious elites, those that are eating, through celebrities. I was watching, just somebody sent a video. Watching, is it Pastor Adebayo, Adepoju, I don't know. One of those, either Adepoju or Adebayo, or the other one. I've forgotten his name. He is telling his congregation of thousands direct and other millions watching. He said something. He said, hey, people are saying that you don't have, nothing is working in Nigeria. But your lungs are working, your kidneys are working, and you say nothing is working. Whether you pump, can you pump? There is a way he put it. Let me paraphrase him. How do you pump can you pump your kidney or do anything for the kidney, for your internal organs, but they are working? So people should thank God that even your kidney, your internal organs, you are alive. That is what it means. When we come here to expose all these fundamentals that has put people in Nigeria into a state of comatose, some people, it doesn't augur well with some people. What it means is that stop complaining in Nigeria. Just thank God that you are alive. This man doesn't. I read some comments. One person intelligently made a comment. He said, look, this man is talking to thousands of people, and most of them are intellectuals, doctors, and all whatnot. That when you talk about your kidney, you say nothing is working in Nigeria, but you have to thank God that you have your internal organs that are working. You know what it means? Oh, thank God that you are alive and breathing free air. So don't complain, don't come out to protest. Just go and thank God. These are the wardens that have continued putting people, Nigerians, into a state of comatose, so that when you want to rise up, when you want to protest, when you want to complain, when you want to, they say no, just thank God, I'm a child of God, don't worry, God is in control, I'm alive, I'm breathing fresh air, everything will be okay. That is all the materials, ingredients that put Nigerians into a state of stupor, dead bodies. These are the things we have been trying to counter. If we are, if we are trying to undo what the colonial masters did in our life by creating a place called Nigeria. Listen attentively. If we are not comfortable with being in a company which was created by the British, and we say, okay, we are trying to undo that place so that we go back to our natural, restore our natural nation and build our nation according to our values. So why do you think it's impossible for us also to remove that ideology, foreign ideology, religious ideology that colonization came with? I ask this question for people that are fighting for Biafra restoration, but they don't want to fight for mental restoration. No, they say no, don't go there. But Nigeria. I mean, Britain created Nigeria, and you see that it is not good for us as a people. And you say, okay, let us take back our natural nation and rule ourselves the way we, according to our value. Now, but you continue holding on the religion which they brought, saying that no, that one is okay. That ideology that have turned many of our people into animals. Oh, this is a word that is sufficient for the wise. It's not where I'm going today. I'm just going to open the lines, but I will read some news headlines. I don't want to talk much today. What I want to tell our people is, you see this restoration, this quest we are in, it is not ordinary. It is not like any other one, because we are in a peculiar situation. Peculiar people being in a peculiar situation, in a peculiar condition. Therefore, we need to do it 360 degrees overall. We don't need to leave any side untouched. Do you understand me? Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition. Today is the 15th day of February 2023, being Wednesday or Bochafo. Our leader is still in the enemy dungeon. Why people are, in election fever, electioneering fever. Oh, this is how bad it is. People forgot that the Nigerian government is disobeying court order. How do you think that a country like that will advance, will prevail? A place where the executives, a so-called democracy where executives, they don't care about the court order. I will also read some news that our leader say, can you handle propaganda? You that is clamoring for can you handle propaganda? That is it. That is it. The time is now. Some people, they will stay in their comfort zones, in their parlor, in their sitting rooms. The weak minds. Therefore, remove yourself from being weak. What we are undergoing today, it is better we undergo this baptism by fire than when we restore our nation, we start fighting and undergoing worse situation. Do you understand? Therefore, what is happening is a blessing in disguise. I want people hearing my voice in Biafra land to understand that there is no sit at home anytime soon. There is no sit at home. Let me say it clearly, please. There is no sit at home. Do you understand me? Any person you are hearing that, oh, Asekwa, there is sit at home on 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. This is fake. These are orders direct from the Nigeria politicians of Igbo extractions. Once you hear this, it is from them. Let me reiterate to you what they want to achieve. You know, we see how they have been killing our people, dumping their bodies, even in Olo, in Iboro pits. You see the video. Now, what they are doing is tactically making sure that they deplete our numbers as Biafrans. You don't know that. Depletion of our numbers. Tactically. That is why now, as a young man, once they see you, they can kill you and just label you that you are ESN. And that's it. Or IPOB, of which no court, no Nigerian court has ever convicted any IPOB member in the Nigerian court. Don't you see that Nigeria is absurd? It is. Nigeria is completely absurd. Do you understand me? But they kill our people and label them that they are IPOB, of which IPOB is a legitimate movement. Do you understand? That is how sad it is. How sad it is. But we must continue. Do not be frustrated. Do not ever be frustrated. We are moving in the right direction. Continue obeying the structure of IPOB. The VOS, they are in command. As of now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, our supreme leader. Do you understand me? Do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. A word is sufficient for the wise. You know, our people love, what do you call it? Gossiping. Igbo egusi. Ase. When you discuss with some people privately, you see that what gives them blood is ase. I wonder. Please, let us continue listening to Radio Biafra London. This is where you get authentic news. Any person that tells you, oh, there is it at home, there is live from the pit of hell. This is from Hope Uzodinma Direct. What they want to do is to frustrate you, frustrate our people into turning against IPOB. That is why they promoted criminals. They brought criminals from every part of the zoo in order to come to operate, to kill our own people. So that people, the population, our people will turn and say, once they do, the zoo will come on their media and be talking about, oh, he's IPOB, so that it continues in your mindset, in your ricocheting in your brain. And you know what they want to achieve? Now, this IPOB that is killing us, now we don't want to see them again. That is the only thing. And you turn against IPOB. You turn against those you are savior. Do you see the tactics? So that the people will turn against their savior and they will laugh. The people manipulating this will laugh and say, yes, we got them. That is why IPOB, we continue saying it, we don't indulge in criminality. We don't indulge in killing our own people, the people that we are trying to save. You need to have a common sense. Because without common sense, you cannot understand. Without common sense, gossip will just carry you over like a flood. But with common sense is like resistance. You understand me? It's like resistance. Now you resist. You ask questions. When you hear some things, now you ask questions. Say, what is the motive? Now, what is the motive of sit at home? Which the politicians are trying to push to our people. There are many facets to this. What they want to achieve, as I have explained to you, to frustrate our people, prolong the difficulty for our people to rise up. And the worst part of it is that, if IPOB puts it at home, it is never enforced physically by anybody. But people will obey immediately because we go through conviction. IPOB goes through conviction. We don't force our people. Once IPOB declares, just look at the history of the sit at home, which IPOB has been declaring. No person comes out and starts enforcing it and killing people. No. But for you to understand that this is right from the Supreme Court governor, Dave Omahe, and all of them. That day you see them bringing out their criminals in order to kill our people. Have you ever seen IPOB before coming out to enforce it at home? Biafra land will always be under lock and keys anytime IPOB puts it at home, without no physical enforcement. Only announce it, people will understand the need, and they will do it voluntarily, obeying IPOB voluntarily. Do you understand me? Now, what also another thing they want to achieve is this, so that they will rig out P2B as they want to do. And now, our people, anything that happens, the first thing our people wants to look for, even in the midst of a catastrophe, is the culprit. The life of our people. So that tomorrow when P2B will be rigged out, now the Zoom media will label it and say, but it's you people that put it out. You don't vote, you didn't vote, so why? It's the IPOB that committed it. It is the fault of IPOB. Now our people will turn against IPOB. That is as the culprit. That is what they try to achieve. We should be wise. Highly wise. Wisdom is needed, and that is what the IPOB leadership, that is what they are putting on. They are wearing the helmet of wisdom, so So that if they rig out to P2B tomorrow, no person will come and say, it's IPOB. That is why we have been shouting it here. We are not interested in anything Nigeria election. Whether you vote or you don't vote, that is not our problem. What we want is restore Biafra. Finish. So when you hear all these people that are shouting from all corners, one thing or the other, you know that they are agents. They know what they want. Save this broadcast we are doing. Save it. So that, because our people, 15 minutes people, Mazi for Masina, they buy 15 minutes people. I call Nigerians a dead body anyway. So that you will remember it. Because our people are highly emotional. They cannot control their emotions in most cases. We are not interested in the Nigeria election. You vote, you no vote, that is not our problem. All we want is to restore Biafra. Any person that is telling you that, there is sit at home, there will be sit at home, that is, please, these are the Nigerian governments, Nigerian governors of Igbo extraction doing all these things, putting confusion in our people. But we are wiser. We are more wiser than them. Therefore, we must continue. I will go into some just few news headlines, and then I will open the lines, please. Let me start. Okay. In the other day's news on Saturday, last Saturday, Ohanese demands immediate disbandment of Ebubago. Okay. It made news headline, yes. Now, do you know what? Ebonyi government vows to disobey court's judgment. Ebonyi government vows to disobey High Court's judgment. This banding security outfit Ebubago. Do you see one disobedience, one insubordination brings another? If they can disobey court order on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why will they obey court order disbanding Ebubago? Last time, the Nigerian courts gave a verdict disbanding Ebubago, and openly the commissioner, the Ebonyi State Commissioner, said they will not obey court order. You see, one insubordination brings another. Nigeria is a country, an irresponsible country, highly irresponsible. That is why I said it, and we have been saying it, that it is not a country. It is just, it remains that company, Royal Niger Company, that Britain formed. Let me read this news a bit. The Ebonyi State government says it will not obey the court judgments that disbanded the Southeast Security Network, codenamed Ebubago, describing it as illegal. They are describing the judgment of courts as illegal. Have you ever had that kind of thing before? The executive arm of government is telling the judiciary that has the last word that their judgment, their decision in the court is illegal. It's only in Nigeria you hear this type of things. That is why we want to get out of that. That is a mess. We want to get out of that mess, honestly. Sahara reporters reported on Tuesday that a federal high court sitting in Abakaliki ordered the disbandment of a Bubago, citing abuse of human rights. Of course, they have been killing our people, massacring, murdering our people every blessed day, and harvesting their organs, throwing them in buru pits, which have been shown several times. Do you understand? Now, they go for political appointee, a government, a political executive arm of the government. Say no, they are not going to obey the court order. Now tell me where this type of country is heading to. Do you think where? Do you remember during the time of Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky affair, when Bill Clinton was the president of the United States, he was summoned, subpoenaed to, they don't care. The courts commanded him. When you hear subpoena, his command, they commanded him, you must come to the courts. And he came to give testimony, to testify. That is a working country. We are things, when we talk about a working country, it is organized. Organization. That is it. Where ethics are respected, laws are respected. Where things, things work, things are go the normal direction. Everything is organized. Law becomes the order of the day. Who interprets the law? Who implements the law? Who judges? It is the court. But in Nigeria, they are not in the time of law, as they are saying it in Christianity. No, very lousy, stupid, foolish statement. Without law, you shouldn't even be existing, because nature has law. You can never throw something up and it continues going up. The force of gravity is there to pull it down. That is natural law. Everything is going according to law, natural law. That is how you can have night and day at its own time. But in Nigeria, they disobey law. They don't respect law. They say law is illegal. That is, even in the land of animals, they obey rules, they obey laws, rules and regulations. When you watch social animals, like all these hyena, like lion, they obey, they maintain social order. Gorillas, chimpanzees, they go in group, families. They respect the order. They always have the dominating male or female. If there is food, if they kill a prey, like even jackals, they will eat according to the order. That is rules. If you venture, when you watch all these things, you learn. If someone that is not supposed to eat at that particular time, that's supposed to wait and eat, he eats first, I'm telling you, they will chop that animal raw. That is rules and regulations, laws. But in Nigeria, they don't obey laws. They don't maintain laws. And laws is what keeps a country going. So how do you think that we can be in a place like this and progress and advance? How? Just tell me, how do you think? Where a competent court will give a judgment, and the executive will say no openly with impunity that no, we are not going to do it. It is high time, because normally even this Ebubago is not supposed to be formed in the first place, but they did it. They formed it in order to counter ESN. Before ESN was formed, I could remember here on Radio Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been shouting. We have been clamoring, shouting about the killing, the Fulani headsmen killing in our land. They formed Amoteku in Yoruba land to take care of that, the Fulani menace in their land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came on air several times, of which we also echoed it here on Radio Biafra, that these Eastern governors should also form their own security outfit, so that they will curtail to defend our people from being slaughtered in the farms, in the bushes. Because that time the Fulani headsmen, they were on the rampage in every part of Biafra land, in every part of the zoo, in the south in general. But the Igbo politicians, governors, all of them, they continue thanking say no, they are not going to form anything, that they trust they trust the Nigerian police, the military, to do their job. These are the people that are accompanying the Fulani headsmen to come to kill our people. We shout and cried, no way. Our leader took it as a personal duty in order to defend our people in the farms, in the bushes. He formed ESN, Eastern Security Network. All hell broke loose. It was that time that Dave Umahi now started saying, okay, they are going to form another outfit, security outfit, in order to counter ESN. And today that is what they are doing. They formed the Ebubago. And the work of Ebubago, I have never seen anywhere Ebubago displayed and say, okay, we captured or we killed the Fulani headsmen that are rampaging on the rampage in our bush. No. They are killing our people with impunity. Even to the extent they brought Biafrans of riverine areas through the recruitment of the pig in the creek to join, to start killing our people in our land. And you see that it is very sad. They are going against Ebubago. What they are going after is our people, our own people, to kill our people, to massacre our people, harvest their organs, and dump them into buru pits in Olo, in Anambra, in different places. Today, the courts, the Nigerian High Court sitting in Abakaliki, said they should be disbanded. He gave the verdict. And the commissioner, Ebonyi State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Uche Nnoji, described the judgment as dead on arrival. Do you see? Now, how do you think that people should be obedient to the law? How? I want people to think. When there is executive lawlessness, how do you think that people should obey even traffic light or road traffic regulations. How do you think so? When they see pump and plain that the executive in Nigeria are the problem. They don't obey court orders. This is what I'm saying. Now, I don't want to continue reading it, but they have to. They should be forced. All that they will say, okay, in Nigeria, the Supreme Court under the charge of the Fulani. That is always what they use. That is what they always use. Remember, it is the Supreme Court that brought Hope Uzodimma. Remember, it is the Supreme Court. And I will go, and it brings me to the second news. Nigerian judges who declared Hope Uzodimma as Imo governor reportedly denied visas to attend U.S. conference. Okay, let me read a bit, please. The former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke, has reportedly revealed that members of a 7-man panel of the Nigerian Supreme Court who declared the candidate who came forth in the last Imo governorship election as governor have been denied visas to the United States. The Sahara reporters have reported that a 7-man panel of the Supreme Court led by former Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, Ibrahim Mohammed Tanko, on January 4th, 14th, 2020, nullified the governorship election of Emeka Ihedioha of Imo State, declaring Hope Uzodimma as the rightful winner of the exercise. Are you hearing? Is it not what happened in broad daylight? Which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting in 2020. That is Nigeria. And the people swallowed it. That is the Supreme Court. And that is where they are headed in order to annul the Nigerian Appeal Court verdict. Because they know that they are for sale. Let me tell you, United States, no matter what, they deny them visa, yes, because they see these people as evil. So they don't need this type of people to come and attend all these prestigious ceremonies or conferences in the territory of the US. This is one of the things they can do. You understand? Because like the other day, last Saturday, I told you about what we called the Westphalian sovereignty. Westphalian sovereignty. You go and study about it. That was when in 1648, when the Peace of Westphalia was signed, it established a new political order that is now known as Westphalian sovereignty. What does it mean? That now countries will now take charge of their territory without intervention of foreign or foreigners or other foreign countries. That is the birth of sovereignty. Before, it was not like that. We need to, when you study history, you understand this order we are in today, it was not like that before. Before, being maybe a king of a kingdom might through love, give out part of his kingdom, part of his kingdom. Do you know what is part of his kingdom? Territories of his kingdom. Dash it out to a girl he loves. Of maybe a far country. He will say now this part is for you. And that part of the kingdom is territory inhabited by people. So there was no sovereignty. A king or a queen can do as he wants. Because he is the God. He was the Lord. But this Westphalian, sovereignty that was signed in 1648, that ended the most European religious wars, 30 years of war, all those other wars, now established that, look, no other foreign country has the right to intervene in any internal matter. So that is what the United States is playing at. That is why they are using visa, although they can do more. What they are waiting for is for Nigerian people to rise up in Nigeria. Now, do you understand me? But dead bodies, they are stone cold dead. They are as cold as anything you can think about. So they cannot rise up. All you see is pockets of, protests, which will go nowhere. Because that is how Britain fashioned Nigeria. So that when this side say yes, the other side will say no. This side say no, the other side will say yes. Britain did it like that. Until you call yourself, you define yourself and know that you are equal human being. Now you have to shape your own, your own space by yourselves. But for now, Nigeria is shaped by Britain. And as lower animals, you are defending the creation of a foreigner. It is very sad. Let me refresh your memory again. I used to say it here. India that you are seeing today, India that if you have kidney problem, you travel to India for medical checkup, for medical kidney transplant, and you become healthy. Why are they able to achieve this advancement? Because before they became independent from Britain, they defined India among themselves. They didn't continue with the definition of India by the Europeans. Remember, Europeans entered and divided India, separated India, just like they did in Africa. Some part of India, Portugal were in charge and they become Portuguese India. Some were Spanish India, as we have a Francophone and Anglophone in Africa. You have Yoruba people that are in Togo, that are in Benin Republic. They are Francophone, but they are the same Yoruba people that speak the same Yoruba, but they are Francophone. Those in Nigeria space, they are Anglophone. Now, a Yoruba man in Nigeria will see his brother in Togo and call him, oh, you are Francophone now. Do you see why the Europeans don't ever respect Africans? Do you see that? We cherish what the colonial masters put in place, and we service it for them. The Indians, as real human beings they are, they say, no, this thing cannot continue. How can I be speaking Hindi as an Indian? And I see another Indian brother, and he say he will be calling me Anglophone. The other one is Lusophone, speaking Spanish. Hambre español, on also Spanish, but he's an Indian. And the other one will be speaking English, saying, oh, no, we are Anglophone in India. They say, no, it cannot work. And now, we have people, the Urdu or Pashtun, that they don't have the same value. Now all of us will become the same enclave in India, whereas they are Pakistanis. We don't have the same. They don't have the same value with them. How then? My people that I have the same value with, I'll be calling them. They become another country. I'll be calling them a Lusophone, Anglophone, Francophone. They say no. This thing, it doesn't add up. If we maintain this, which means we are not real human beings. They challenge the British. They say no. We need to define India, and they defined it. Now that definition of India brought about the renovations. India now, they fought and unified with the so-called the main India. All of them unified. And there was some overhaul, overhauling. Here now, worry. The Pashtuns, the Urus that are Muslims, that have no same value, they have to go one path. The Indians, it doesn't matter you Anglophone, they banish that word. Anglophone India, Francophone India, Lusophone India. They banish that word. And they banish that they destroy that border, that frontier between them and their brothers. All of them joined together. Now they say, okay, it didn't come without a cost, because what worries us, we always worry about the cost. That is where black man is so low. Now this thing you are saying, do you know what it will cost? People will die. Are people not dying today? Indians say no. It is better we die today than living it and be dying forever. Every day will be dying. And progress will not progress. Advancement will not advance. England will be controlling us from far Europe, controlling some part of India. Spain will be giving order to other part of India. France will be giving order to other part of India. And all we'll be having is confusion among ourselves. Disunity. Indians, they took the bull by the horn. They reorganized themselves. And they had independence as two countries. It cost millions of lives. This thing we talk as history. It cost millions of lives and more than 20 million refugees. People from, if you're a Muslim living in the Hindu side, they run. That overhauling make people now to gather. People of same values gather in Pakistan. Those came down. Others came down to Indian side and they united with their people that have been separated by Europeans as a Francophone, as a Lusophone, Portugueseophone. You understand? They united with them and said, we are one people. And that is why today India is progressing. That is why today you can import goods from India. That is why today, you can travel to India if you are sick. And they have the medical, technical know-how to cure you at a cost. But what do you have? Oh, we defend Nigeria. And why I always forget this statement. There is strength in diversity. They continue, that thing that happened in India, let me tell you, it's a historical fact. It made the British monarchy so furious. They were not prepared for that. They say, how can these people remove themselves from the grip of a British Empire? Now, what they did, they brought who you call Lord Lugard, Frederick Lugard. They recalled him from Far East and say, come to Africa because we are creating a giant zoo there. Come and create a giant zoo and do not allow what happened in India to happen there. And that is the mess we are in today as Nigeria. That is the mess we are in today as Nigeria. Do you understand me? Frederick Lugard made sure. He made sure to create and hold on to that zoo called Nigeria the way it is being created. Anytime you talk, will come. There is strength in diversity. He will talk to lower animals and they will be smiling and they welcoming it. So America is denying visa to to the judges that brought the Supreme Court judges that brought Hope Uzodimma in Imo State as a governor. If you ask them, they will tell you, Westphalia agreement, we cannot intervene. No? You understand? And the moral doctrine, as our brother used to say, Mazi, the moral doctrine of former President Monroe, that Western Hemisphere should be for them, the Europeans, that they will not take it, they will never come to do anything. I mean, they will never intervene in anything. Western Hemisphere belongs to them. Then is it the Southern Hemisphere? Belongs to them, the Americans. So that they will not intervene in anything. So, as Britain is committing atrocity in Nigeria because of free oil and other things, other natural resources, and even human resources, raw human resources. How many of our teachers how many of Nigerian teachers are in Britain today? Believing that Britain is doing them good. It's a privilege, slaves, it's a privilege. We are giving you privilege because we love you. That is why we give you visa to come to England. Because if you stay there in Nigeria, you work, they don't even pay you. That is what they will be taunting them. And these people, because of lack of understanding, ignorance, they will not understand that thing they are suffering in the zoo called Nigeria, Britain contributed more than half of it. They contributed almost all of why they are suffering that. It's British creation. So they will come as if they are saving you. Do you see manipulation? We are in a world of exploitation and manipulation, for your information. We are in a world that has no pity. Let me tell you. When you just watch a lion trying to take his breakfast or lunch, is it a good sight? Ask yourself. When you see, just watch Serengeti in National Geography or Discovery, all these channels. Just watch a lion, a hungry lion, trying to eat. Is it a very good sight? Is it a sight that you want to see? No, it's a gory sight. The lion that wants to eat, which means the prey is another living thing that is going on his own, chopping grass, no one to problem. Do you understand? Eating his own grass, a zebra that is going on his own, feeling happy with the children, eating grass, he no look for anybody's problem. All of a sudden, a hungry lion came and captured it, devoured it. When you are just you watch the sight, when you watch the face and the reaction of the zebra, surprise, what is happening? What wrong have I done? Now you understand that we are in a world of exploitation and manipulation. Only if you can make yourself strong. That is what the world wants. You don't see what is happening in Ukraine? You don't see what is happening in Ukraine? People are being killed, slaughtered, for an order to be established, an order. A world order to be established. When you see the president of Ukraine coming to talk tough, this and that, yes, they're puppets. Who is dying? He is being secured. People that are dying are peasants, ordinary people. So they are playing draft. That is the world. What I'm trying to explain to you is, it is not out of the world. It is how the world is. There is no pity in this world. So if you start shouting that we are victims, so pity us. No person cares whether you are being slaughtered. No person cares. It is for you to rise up and use your strategy and tactics in order to draw attention, force people to react, and that is what IPOB is doing. You understand? If you think that the world will react because they pity you, you know that you will die, you will perish, and nobody will cares. Don't you see how the Fulani Caliphate, how the Fulani, they are the people, they are the culprits. They kill you, but they come out, they shout more, they cry more. They cry more. But they are the people that are killing. But they come out in the public, they cry more than any. That is the rule of the game. That is the rule of the world. Anyhow you can do. To stop thinking that people will pity you, other countries, so they will pity you. Remove the word pity, P-I-T-Y. Remove it. It doesn't exist. We're in a world of exploitation. We're in a world of exploitation. Have you ever seen America talk about the stolen oil and the oil that are being stolen? Which a Nigerian senator has also, made written about. He has investigated about how oil, the ones he traveled. Have you ever seen America? They talk about it. No, we pity Nigerians. We are okay. Banks, people, our citizens are with the aid of Nigerian politicians. Our citizens are stealing from oil from Nigeria. So please, out of pity, let us give them back the money. Out of pity. Have you ever had it? Do they ever talk about it? Do they give a damn? But if they see a 419 Nigerian man that wants to eat and he dupe maybe $1,000 from an American citizen, you will hear it in CNN. It will be all over. Is a hush puppy not suffering in jail in America? He was not arrested in America. He was arrested even in Dubai. But power is might. That is the world we are in. This is what I want you to understand. Power is might. It doesn't matter how they preach it. Democracy, forget it. Power is might. When you look at the events that is happening, the events taking place in this world, you should learn. You should learn. This world, there is no pity. The people that are dying in Ukraine, the innocent people that are dying, do they know anything? But they are dying because there is something that the powerful people wants to achieve. So it doesn't matter how many people that are being slaughtered. That is not their problem. What matters to them is to achieve that goal. Do you understand? So why am I saying this? When Hope Uzodinma was imposed in Imo State, what happened? You see commissioners jumping fence, coming to salute him, embrace him, that yes, he is lower animals, coming to embrace him. But they know in their mindset, they know the truth, that this man is a criminal, that he never win anything. Fourth, 1, 2, 3, from fourth, they impose him. So the judges that did that, it is time, they thought that America has forgotten. America didn't give them visa. That is the little they can do, because they cannot fight for you. After all, you are living like animals. It's profiting America. So they will just show you a little gesture in order to show you that anyway, they know, they understand. But overall, the whole thing is they are benefiting. Otherwise, they would have even made statements or made investigation about the oil that are being stolen, or that are still being stolen, right for decades, through American Bank, Wells Fargo, different American banks, American citizens, they know them. But they say, welcome, go and steal outside, bring in. Because after all, the people that are the so-called Nigeria, they are dead body. They don't even know. Let me say this also. You know, the diamond. What is the name of that diamond in the Queen Elizabeth's crown that was stolen in India, that cost millions of dollars, stolen by the British? You know, they are criminals. I mean, they are government. They scavenge all over the world and steal. But the worst is that in Africa, in Nigeria, they steal from their own land and go outside. You see? Oh, Chineke, very funny. Do you know that diamond now, in the coronation of the official coronation of King Charles, that particular diamond is not going to be put. That particular crown bearing the diamond is not going to be crowned. It's not going to be used to crown the King Charles. Do you know that? Because they said it is controversial that Britain stole it, which is true. Not they say, it's true. Britain stole it during their time in India. And the Indians have been talking, fighting, doing everything they can in order to alert the world, humanity, that these people, this thing that late Queen Elizabeth is wearing, that costs millions of dollars, is stolen from our land. They are using stolen property. And today, they say that crown bearing that diamond is not going to, it's not going to be used to crown the king. Now, let me bring it to our side. Imagine that diamond was from Nigeria, for example, was stolen from Nigeria. Imagine. Do you know that many people would be defending it? Say, oh boy, let bygone be bygone. Are you going to go back to history? Now we are in even Britain brings civilization. They bring this and that to us, so let us leave it. That is the mentality, the very flawed mentality of Nigerians, of black people in general. They will defend their slave master. They will be defending their oppressors. But others, they don't care. They fight. They continue fighting. That is the reason why Pope Francis went to Canada last year and tendered an open apology. Open apology for the atrocities the church committed against the indigenous people. But last month, the same Pope went to Congo, and he received the highest warm welcome. No person argued, no person protested against what Leopold II did to Congolese because of Christianity, using Christianity, and church helping him. Nobody. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? I don't know whether people understand what I'm trying to say. Africans, black people, they cherish their oppressors. They thank them. That, oh, after all, they did something good. Our ancestors were bad, so they came, they turned us to be Christians, they opened the door for us, they show us light. So why should we blame them? But the Indians say no. Do you see the difference? They continued campaigning, and today that crown is put on hold. They will use another crown that didn't contain that particular diamond from India. Imagine that diamond is from Africa. Imagine that diamond was stolen from Nigeria. You will see Nigerians, they will be clapping for at least, even thank the monarchy Britain that at least they are even, they agree to even steal our diamond. That that they are our God. After all, is we are there. They bring Jesus to you. Do you see the difference? When you want to save a slave and they tell you that, why are you calling me a slave? I'm not a slave. You say, no, but you are a slave under subjugation. No, which kind of slave? After all, I'm living with your guy. If he drop some cup of, if he finish eating, the crumbs, I will eat it. You will be convincing, no, when you are free, you don't need to eat crumbs. You will be in charge of everything about. He said, no. Then how do you help that particular person? Just tell me. That person cannot be helped. That is what is happening to our people. Stockholm syndrome. When you love your oppressor. Stockholm syndrome. I don't know. There is our law call it frontal lobe. Underdevelopment of the frontal lobe. Being a PhD holder doesn't remove it. It's just common sense. Look at India. India campaigned until they put on hold the using of that crown that contained stolen diamond. I say, imagine that diamond was stolen in Nigeria. Oh, you will see a movement for the thanking of Britain, Nigerian movement for thanking of Britain for even stealing our diamond, to be using it as a crown in their monarchy is an honor to Nigerians. They will put it like that. You will see people start defending it. There, you know that we have a problem as a race. I'm telling you honestly, we have a problem. When somebody will come and start defending and say, no, this European, they brought education. Oh, they are in cut age technology. You want us to go back to our ancestors? What did they do? A manner that unsobude. A manner that the way we reason, our leader have been attacking this. The way we reason is fundamentally flawed. What other people, other races we see as a insult, we see it as glory. Oh, mighty Britain, great Britain stealing our diamond. Don't call it stealing, no. They didn't steal it. After all, that time they conquered our ancestors, and so what? They slaughtered them, and so what? They gave us education. So why are we complaining? That is the typical reasoning manner of and how do I pronounce it? A primitive black person. Very primitive. It doesn't matter where you are. When you reason like this, you are primitive Neanderthal. I'm telling you. The Indians, they have achieved something. But some people might be asking, what does it mean? How is he going to no, because you don't understand what is dignity. You don't understand. One of the codes of a samurai, the codes of Bushido, the Japanese, he say honor is more important than life. That is why if you go against if you dishonor yourself, they expect you to kill yourself, commit suicide. Because your life, the life you are living, you don't need, no need. You shouldn't be there because you have defied yourself, dishonored yourself. They say honor is more important than life itself. But in a typical black man brain, no, what is getting? How can you say, now bring that in a bag, leave honor there, leave dignity. Because some people might be saying, okay, now India, if they didn't use what do you call it, the crown, they will use another crown. What does it add? Is honor. The same honor that push American Indians in Canada in order to demand for public apology from the Pope, and they got it. What do they gain? A typical Nigerian doesn't know, he doesn't understand that because it's above his thinking faculty. Because you know, a typical Nigerian equates everything to money. Okay, how much they get now? Did he give them money? He give them food? Because all he is thinking is about money, food, how to fill his stomach. Anything that will bring him money. That now, he have succeeded. But let me tell you, honor is more important than life itself. Once you have honor, every other thing will be added onto you. Let me put it like that. But black people, many black people don't understand it. But here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has opened our brain. We know honor is more important than life. So, as America has refused the visa to these people, what can you do? You only talk it one day, finish. Because they know that what these people did is perversion, is undignified. They expected people to rise up spontaneously everywhere in Nigeria. But as they did it and nothing happened, that is the thing. Anything can be imposed. You can go to court and any court decision will not be taken. Another court, they'll go to Supreme Court. And the Fulani Supreme Court people there, judges there, they will do anything they want. And you say, let's move on. It's Nigeria. In a Niger system. Our leader will say, in this UG. I now suffer everywhere. Black people are at the lowest ladder, the lowest of the low. Any part of the world, anywhere black people are residing as a group, as a people, go to that place is the poorest, the lowest of the low. That is the reality. You can see one or two in the midst of other races that are doing well. They live, but you cannot deny the fact that everywhere, right from Australia to Americas down to Europe, anywhere, any community that the blacks are living, they are the poorest, the lowest of the low. The favelas in Brazil, all. Why can't you ask yourself why? Because it is the way we reason. What others abhor and see as dishonor, it doesn't matter the money that is involved. A typical black person will not see that dishonor as anything. All that matters to him, am I going to get something to eat? Money. Once there is money, finish. They say, oh, I beg, honor, go and... You despise honor, and that is why we are despised as a people. You hear me? That is the reality. Let me read this news also before I open the lines. It is also concerning the lawlessness of Nigeria. They say old Naira notes remain legal tender. You understand? That is a news headline. Old Naira notes remain legal tender till case is resolved. Nigeria Supreme Court. Okay. But do you know that in Biafra land, in Anambra, residents frustrated lament as banks reject old notes in Anambra. Do you know that? Whereas it has been verdicted by the courts that old Naira note remains legal tender. Okay. Do you know that I think in Sokoto, let me bring it. Governor Maswell Bauchi, let me see whether it's Bauchi or Maswell, sorry, of Zamfara. He's in Zamfara. He orders arrest of anyone rejecting old Naira notes in Zamfara. Any person that you pay old naira notes in Zamfara and reject it, he say arrest that person. Talk less of bank. But in Anambra, the reverse is the case. Despite the Supreme Court judgment, what is happening in our land? Why is it that our people are, imposing even difficulties against ourselves more than ever? Why? Instead, as people have resorted in, perfect slaves, they know how to live under slavery. People buy money. It become a business. There are maybe few people that have connection with Alhaji. They will bring out the money and they will be selling it and making you are hustling. This is very, very, that is why I say no honor. No honor. Any slightest thing, our people now we use it, we try to make a living out of it. This is dishonor. This is lower life. Lower than average human. I'm telling you. Tomorrow we come out and start spraying money. On one. Whereas he is simply people that are not supposed to live. I'm telling you. We must understand. Some of our people are displaying the character of a perfect slave. Whereby instead of fighting that injustice, instead of fighting that injustice, fighting the evil, no, they find a way in order to live under that evil but to benefit, as long as he's personally benefiting from it. Do you understand me? As long as he's personally benefiting. That is the problem. We are in a very big problem mentally. That is what we are trying to remove from our people. Because personal success is nothing. It's nothing. Only our collective success is something that is supposed to be. Do you understand me? Individual success is nothing when you compare to collective success. How do I mean? I'll give you this example. You see the name Nigeria. Once you carry Nigeria passport, you'll be seen as a criminal at any port of entry. By land, by sea, by air, anywhere in the world. Why? Because they are seeing Nigeria, there is no success as a country. All is bad. But that person carrying that passport that they are cajoling at the point of entry abroad, that person is a good person. He might be an honorable, individually honorable person that doesn't lie, he doesn't steal, he doesn't put himself in his hands in bad things. But that collectivity has smeared his image. Do you see where I say individual success is nothing, but collective success is what matters? That passport you are carrying green, is collectivity of everybody. He has put you on as long as that same person that is carrying that passport and they see him as a criminal, whereas he is not in any port of entry. Tomorrow, if he carry German passports, come to that place, they will accept him and be nice to him. Why? Because of collective progress. Individual progress is nothing. When you see even for example, an American citizen with American passports, but maybe he's a dupe or he have served the jail and just travel, they will not know. They will accord him the same respect. Why? They are respecting the collective progress of America, summed up in that passport. They don't care whether he's a criminal or not. That is not their problem. They will welcome him and be nice to him. I mean, another country. Unlike you that is you are a very good person right from birth. You work honorably, you make your living honorably. No problem. But as long as you carry Nigerian passports, you are being regarded as a Nigerian. That is the collective failure. That failure that is following Nigeria will follow you. But you individually, you are a successful man that has been, trying your best. You have never soiled your hand in any crime in Nigeria. But once you carry that Nigerian passport, the collective failure of Nigeria will follow you. Do you see why we don't? This individual success or progress is rubbish. It's rubbish. You understand? And that is what many of our people are pursuing. Individual progress. IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started opening our eyes that individual progress you are moving or you chasing, it is rubbish. Because if you succeed individually, that collective failure is upon you. It's upon you. It doesn't matter how much you have. Are you not suffering from insecurity? Is NEPA not taking lights? Oh, you have money to buy generator, big generator, and be powering it, and be fueling it. Does it make any sense? Every other place is dark. Collectively, you are dark. Collectively, you are a failure. So when you carry a Nigerian passport, that collective failure is on your head. When you see an individual American failure, individual, a citizen, American citizen, or no matter that is a failure individually, that collective success of America is following him in his passport. He will tender it. People will not ask. They will see, oh, you are an American. Okay. They will respect you and give you the service you need. But the one you don't even need. Because they are seeing that success, collective success in you. The American collective success or progress in you. The same thing, the vice versa. The reverse is the case. The same thing happens to a Nigerian. It doesn't matter you are Dangote doesn't travel with a Nigerian passport. Make your inquiries. He said it. He doesn't travel with Nigerian passport. As a world richest person, African richest person, and one of the world's that has a factories, company, it doesn't matter. But he said the embarrassment about Nigerian passport is too much. Before you can start explaining, the person stamping your passport, he doesn't know. What he sees is that thing, that collectivity you carry as that passport. He doesn't see you as an individual. Do you see why IPOB, we are going for our collective success? Our collective deliverance, our collectivity restoration. That is what we are going. And you see some people, because of their individual progress, they are trying to undo what we are doing. But in Zamfara, the governor openly said any person that rejected old Naira note, arrest that person. But in Anambra, in Biafra land, the reverse is the case. Here we talk. People that are more Nigerians than Nigerians itself. Than Nigeria itself. People that are... I put in my timeline, in my Facebook wall, Jonas Raphael. Somebody visited all these fields we have as politicians in our Ojo in his house. I made just a simple brotherly demand. Is there any way you can bring out our leader, help bring out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That is what the people are hearing. Now he turned and started using it to preach. He turns a campaign ground. Thanking, there is nothing I cannot see. He started thanking the imposter Buhari, thanking the Nigerian justice system. For what? For simple requests. that they are the highest. That and you see that these people, they have nothing in the head. Honestly speaking, they have nothing in the head. They have nothing upstairs. They understand me? But we must continue. So why is it that you see Nigeria is a confused entity? I call a confused entity. In some place, the naira, they are using it. In other place, arrest the person that is not using it. Another place, arrest the person that is using it. What a confusion. Governor Matawale of Zamfara. Others arrest of anyone rejecting old naira notes. Do you understand? Whereas in Anambra, people and banks are rejecting old naira notes. Instead, in our land, our people's mentality. When you want to rise up, fight evil, they will start cajoling you. They say now he knows how to make money. Or what they go? That's why. Now go and make money. Now others they buy 50,000 naira for 60,000. Instead of you talking, complaining, telling us to go and fight for our right. Wait, go and make money and use that brain you want to fight for your right. Go and use it to make money. That is the usual mantra of our people. You don't know that you fight, and this thing is affecting us everywhere around the world. I'm telling you. That is why they see our people anywhere around the world, Igbo people, as very cheap. Very cheap. He don't know his right. He don't know nothing. Before you know anything, he start talking. He is ready to give you all he has in order for you. For intimidation, he don't care. He don't know. He's left from right. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. We must continue in what we are doing. I am going to. And here, let me also read this. Old naira notes remain legal tender till case is resolved. The Nigeria Supreme Court. For your information. But are they obeying it in our land? Let us stop being heavy problem to ourselves also. I don't know why. Do we cherish our people to suffer? Just to prove that I will do a bumbo. That word they have been using to put us into mess. Today we have no railway line in our land. They quietly dismantled it and everybody kept quiet. Before you know, they'll start telling you, now go and buy 4-wheel drive so that you can be driving on a bad road. That is a solution. Igbo man solution. Igbo man solution. If you want to galvanize for people to rise up, they say, no, this person said, now go and make money. Now go make money. Very, very low mentality. I say very, very low mentality. I am going to stop here, please. I will go into just few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling in order to air their views, please. Therefore, do not go away. I will be right back. Don't go away, please.
You don't worst. When I talk and say you don't worst. You don't worst. This one is 1,600. Debit, I know see him. This one is 4,000. This one is 4,000. I know see him. This one, okay, 1,000. All these things now debit. Now I said something yesterday. Some people maybe to you people, it never concern, it never reach you, but it go reach you soon. It go reach you soon. If you can speak up, because all of you know me very well. I'm not this type that comes out and start talking and Nigeria do this, country do this and that. It's none of my business, because if you talk, waiting they go do, they go do. This is 50. Look at this is 55,000 naira. This is 55,000. My money that I deposited in the bank. I have now to that's ATM. No, they pay again. App no, they open again. If you since any of you when they use Access Bank, if you they use Access Bank, one last your app open. If your app open, one last you get debit alert or you get credit alert. You go send somebody money, the person no go see them, but they don't debit you. You don't go get debit alert, the person no go get credit alert. I am talking about Access Bank. What you will do to collect the money where you deposit for bank, you go see as an town. You look Imo State. Here crowd layer. This is crowd layer. People who won't collect money. Now every morning people sneak out from their house to rush to nearby ATM just to get this cash. When they don't say this money no day, why they go announce to say the old money will not be collect again? Because
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Today is the 15th day of February 2023. Obochiafo. Do not forget that tomorrow, being 16th, our late father will be led to eternal rest. Mbazulike Amechi Nukbo. And you see, we have been witnessing the zoo military, helicopters, jet fighters flying over Newi, Uzobolo, Ukbo, Idemili, and many other places. Do you understand? This is a provocation by the zoo. But our late father, Mbazulika Mechi, should be led to rest calmly, in a calm way. No panicking, please. Tomorrow, it will be tomorrow on the 16th. And there is something I want to also say. You know, the zoo impostor, he sneaked into Imo. As Mazi former said, the fear of IPOB is the beginning of wisdom. He sneaked into Imo State. And after it all ran out, without announcement, the whole so-called president, because they were afraid of meeting an empty street. That is why. Man, for you to understand that, look, you know, IPOB, we are on top. That's it. That's where I'm going to stop it. Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller already. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Let me see. Is he still there? Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. You are the first caller. Mazi, are you talking? Your voice is not coming out, please. My goodness. Caller on WhatsApp. What's up now? Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Mazi, good evening.
There, Mazi, in Anohim Neku. Can you hear me? In Anohim Neku. Okay, go on. I don't know the first caller. I don't know what happened. He called. I cannot talk. I don't know what happened.
No, when the thing was.
No, it's not you. It's not you. It's not you. It's not you.
Okay.
It's not you. The first call I made. Go on, please. Go on.
Okay. Mazi biko ịma na m na ọ na-amasị m iji asụsụ Igbo.
Nah, Ganihu, you don't need my permission, please. We have passed that. Ganihu. Onye, so if you call here as an Idoma, Biafra, if you want to use Idoma, speak, continue. There are people that are listening, that we hear, that we understand. If you are an Ijo, you call. If you want to use Ijo, you don't need my permission. Just continue, please. So that's it.
Ganiru. Mazi udo dịrị gị biko n'ọlụ ọma ị na-alụ na ndị niile na-ekwu okwu na redio Biafra. Ihe unu na-alụ ebe a ọ dị egwu. Ịma na anyị gahiere ụzọ ebe anyị ga mmiri rigide na eriru anyị n'afọ. Ghọtago, o riruru anyị n'afọ. Na-akwadozi iweta na mkpụrụ obi anyị. Ma dịhụ Nnamdi Kanu Chineke jite si gbata ya bịa gbata were bịa time mkpu. Ugbu aka anyị na-awụ nọzi n'elu na-efe olu anyị na-ahazi site na redio Biafra. Ana m ekele gị nne, na-ekele Chineke mere ka ndị dị ka unu pụta. M na-agwa gị eziokwu, mgbe Ojukwu nwụchara na-elie ebega m akwa begide akwa bepịacha mkpụrụ anya. Nye m ji ebega akwa aha wụ ama m ihe anyị gabigara oge agha. Ọnwụ m shiri ejiri m ụkwụ m shie ama Igbo gaa akata na Nnempi ruo ama Ọka ebe ahụ plen na-ada ebe m gara ịga aga Aba Boys Company. Eji m ụkwụ tijuo akị na akpa were garị gbajuo na ihe were mmiri ayịrị mmadụ na-atọ ka anyị gaa Aba Boys Company na ama Ọka ka i wee ghọta ihe m na-ekwu. Anyị jiri ụkwụ shie ama Igbo ụmụ anụ ọ na-ịma ebe a na-akpọ ụmụ anụ isi ụmụ anụ gị pụta Orie Nwa Chineke shi Orie Nwa Chineke pụta St. Augustine shi pụta Nkwere ruo Ọlụ iru Ọlụ ị ga-aba mba ịga ụzọ gara ama Ifeke shi ebe ahụ gama ruo Akata na Nnempi shi ruo Mgbidi gama ama Ọka ebe anyị gaji ga Aba Boys Company ka i wee ghọta ihe m na-ekwu. So o doro m anya ihe meganụ mgbe ọgụ bikwere na ebere m akwa ele ihe kpatara ọgụ nji nọkete na ụdị bie amaghị m maka na anyị agarubego n'ebe anyị na-achọ. Mana ana m ekele Chineke echi 2014 mgbe m nọ n'olu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu mgbagide egwu so nna m nọ na rum echi aha m na-agba egwu so Chineke icheta ha ndị Igbo ọzọ kamgbe echi aha ewepụbeghị m ntị m niile ege redio Biafra wee ruo taa m na na-awọ nọ 24 hours site na nke ụtụtụ wee ruo na nke anyasị na ndị niile na-eme program a na-egecha program ha niile maka ihe a na-ekwu ebe ahụ na-ayọkwa Chineke sị ka ndị mmadụ nwee ike tiga uche ha na redio nọ n'ihi na ndị Awụsa ọwụla ịhụrụ ndị Fulani ọwụla ịhụrụ ha bụ nwa transistor redio nga ha ka ntị ha nọ asị ha anụ kpam ha nọgharịa ọnọdụ na-ayọ ka ndị niile wu onye mara na iwu onye Igbo karịsịa maka a na-eshi n'ụlọ dị mma wee pụma n'ama ịghọtago ndị ọcha so charity begins at home obiọma niile ga-eshite na mbara eje ebe ishi were pụma n'ama ọnwụghị oshi na ama okwuteme n'ime ụlọ charity wo obiọma tago so ana m ekele unu rinne na-ekele ngụnwa maka na okwu m na olu ụka onye ọ na-akọwa hụ dị ntị were baa n'ime ma ọ na onye a ga ama ha ihe ọzọ maka na ị na-agbọ ya nke ehi na-eri ahụchakwa m ma lọzie ha o ma Ike Peters ho ma nwa Chineke ho ma ha niile ana m egegbado ha ncha mana kwenyere nke mgbede na ọ na-adị ka nga ị na-elu ụtara na mgbede anyasị ịma nnọọ nga ilochiri nnọọ lote were oche n'oru ala na nyedere esuoro nwa ụtara ọ wụrụ ofe olugbu wụrụ ofe ọha eto gị noru ala n'oche na-elu nke ahụ na-aka abacha n'ime ọkpụkpọ ọ na-aka abacha n'ahụ so ana m ekele nri nne okwu niile ị na-ekwu ngan awụzi maka mụnwawo m na-ege na-ayọ Chineke si biko ndị ọzọ chikwe n'otu m na-aghọta ihe na a na-ekwu maka na ebe anyị garuru ebe anyị dabaruru awụdụghị ebe a na-eweziga ma Chineke hụrụ anyị n'anya anyị agamicha na biko jisie ike Chineke gbaa ṅụ ume m ọtụtụ okwu m gaji ikwu Chineke gbaa ṅụ ume gbaa ndị niile na-ekwu okwu na redio Biafra na ume gbakwana ndị niile wu ndị Chineke wepụtara site na Nnamdi Kanu wu ndị na-echịkọta IPOB otu na ugbu a ya onwe nọ n'ebe aha maka ebe ahụ ọ nọ ọkwa agha ka ọ nọ na mbụ esi m nọrọ na asị ejidere m nọrọkwa na rum ga na-agba egwu ma ihe mere anọ m na palọ ebe a na-agba egwu o ịghọta m na-ekwu kama m ga-ebe ndị ọzọ na-ebe akwa m sakịrị ihe na-ebere akwa na o kwuru ekwu na ya ga-anọ n'ihu agha n'ihi gịnị ana m eso ihe niile ọ na-ekwu ịghọtago so akpala mmeri ga-awụ nke anyị ga-enwerịrị Biafra so kama anyị na-aga ihe niile na-eku ume n'elu ụwa na nwụchigharịa elee ihe Britain ga-eji agbanye ọkụ Biafra ma anyị buru ha ụzọ nọma n'elu ụwa onye ka ha wụ England isi from Saxon gbadata led by William na ha maka ọ William wụ their father of England William oshi from Saxon lead the delinquent group pụta na France King of France kwụsị ya maka ama m isiri ahụ ọfụma ha shi ebe ha gaga attack other particular place through North Pole were ba ga ebe ahụ England nke nwanne ụnyaahụ ga-abịa delete Biafra no mana kamgbe over 500,000 years asa ya ga-ekwete ka o mee otu a mba na kama ite ga-eshi ụmụ nka ga-agwụkwa n'ọhịa
of course
mana ụmụ nka agaghị agwụ maka ite ahụ agaghị eshi anyị ga-enwerịrị Biafra ọ bụ iwu mkpanaka ha jụkwanụ ịma na ihe nwa England ga-emecha fuo n'elu ụwa maka ihe Chineke ga-eme ha n'ụwa Chineke ahụ ha jụrụ ajụ Chineke ahụ ha na-agbaso mgba ihe ọ ga-eme ha n'ụwa ntị ga-anọ ga-asụ gburugburu ị ga-ahụ ihe ga-eme jisie ike nwanne m jisie ike ndị niile na-arụ ọrụ na redio Biafra asị m unu jisie n'ike unu na-agba mbọ unu daalụ nwanne m
our veteran jisie ike that's it the love of our nation is on our Wakpatoyi, I'm telling you. That is why you see sometimes when you remember Nigeria, you become annoyed. You say, why we don't have a country? Why we don't have a country? If you see how other people cherish their countries, because their countries are doing, for them, doing good for them, caring for them. They serve their countries, they cherish their countries. But when you look back, you see that, oh, we don't have a country. It's very sad, honestly. Therefore, the law, you see, where our veteran, see, they march, only walking to go and join boys' company, that to go and die for their country. They have to suffer even to go there, in order to go and die for their country. Do you see what I'm talking about, honor? When now our people's brain about money, very, very bad. Very, very bad and sad, honestly speaking. I have a caller on Signal. Caller on Signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good evening.
Udo Drege, Ndewo.
Hello, Mazi. My name is Mazi Chinedu, Wisdom. I'm from Ohadimma is in Imo Province, Biafra land. I want to appreciate all of you, all the radio presenters from morning to night. It's not easy. May Chukwuka bless all of you. Mazi, I'm here to make a comment based on the news that you read. Number one, I want to tell Biafra, please, comes 24, 25 to 28, please, there is no sit at home. If you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you want us to restore Biafra in this our time, please don't sit at home. There is nothing like sit at home. The enemies of Biafra, the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have come back again to make Biafra land unrestful, unpeaceful. So we are telling you, please, no sit at home. Come those 4 days. Ekperima and the Igbo politicians are the ones declaring the sit at home. IPOB do not declare any sit at home. DOS led by Chinedu didn't declare any sit at home. So none of you should sit at home. Then another one is the US denying the Supreme Court judges visa to enter to go to US. It's a welcome development. That shows that these people know what is going on in Nigeria. But sometimes I don't blame them. It's Nigeria because if Nigerians will rise up and condemn what is happening, or if that they rise up, the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, told them to stand up and condemn what happened in Imo State, I believe the world they will put mad. But because of the bodies they didn't do anything. And those judges have felt that nobody knows them or nobody is remembering what happened. But today, US have showed them that they can never tolerate all the rubbish going on in that country. Even though the US, they are among the people that they are among the people that
Mazi, let me make it correct. What you say is not that they cannot tolerate it. They can tolerate it as long as it's in Nigeria, as long as they are doing it in Nigeria, as long as oil keeps flowing, it doesn't matter. But they cannot tolerate these people to enter American territory. You understand? Because entering American territory is a privilege. So they cannot tolerate this type of evil people entering American territory. All those rubbish they are doing, let it be in Nigeria. You understand? Them coming to America is for a conference. A prestigious conference of judges. So they should not allow, or they should not be allowed to come to America and partake in this prestigious conference in the soil of America, in American territory. That is what it means. If they can stay in Nigeria and Kopia now, no problem. But they cannot come. They are not even needed. Their foot to touch American soil. That is what it means. Go on, Mazi.
So it's true. What your explanation is very good. But what we are saying is that whatever thing a man sow, that is what he will reap. These judges, because of the bribe from the Nigerian government and the APC, they accepted and declared a fourth person to a first person, which they don't know that US today will deny them visa. I don't think that these people they will know. But we want to assure them, well, it's not our business. All we are caring of is the restoration of sovereign state of Biafra and the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are the two things we want. They should give us a date for referendum. Let's decide if we want to be in Nigeria or not, like Atiku did in 1961. That's what we want to do. if you are Biafrans, if you want to be in Biafrans or if you want to be in Nigeria. But I believe that every Biafrans want to leave that zoological republic and go to Biafra. So Biafra, I want to encourage each and every one of us to remain steadfast. You know, we should keep on keeping on, no going back, because there is no back to go. It's Biafra or nothing. You know, we want to restore a country that our people will be respected in all over the world. That is why we are looking for Biafra restoration. Mas, thank you for picking my call. Which could come and bless you. I stand up for my location. Thank you.
There and you too. Reggae, we must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Mazi, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Good evening, Mazi Jonathan.
There, Reggae.
How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Thank you very much. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel. I'm speaking from my location. Thank you once again for your topic this evening. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who saw tomorrow, the man who opened this platform just to expose the whole world, especially Nigeria. It's a pity that after all these years, our leader has been teaching on this platform. Some people who have opportunity to be hearing this good news after all these years, some of them decide to be a saboteur. Each time I start to think, what happened to black race, especially people from Nigeria? How are these people thinking backward? Why not think forward? Why not reason as a human being after all these years? That somebody is talking about Nigeria, talking about election, after 63 years, no improvement. Everything has collapsed from the beginning to the end. And people are still talking about election. Nigeria is not created to develop human being. It's created just to develop criminality in the highest place. You have talked about passports. The personality for any country passport. Nigeria passport. Anybody hold Nigeria passport, they see him as a criminal. In any airport you find yourself, other people will be passing the immigration gate. When they see you with a Nigeria passport, they will tell you to stay by the corner, by the other side, until human being pass and go. They will start to search you because they see you as a criminal. Nigeria, Fulanese, and British, they made a very solid agreement to make sure Nigeria remain a criminal country. And it is working very well for them. They have used fear to make sure all the indigenous people in Nigeria will be afraid of saying the truth. Fulani are using Nigeria to conquer Nigeria. Those people in the media, newspaper, TV, FM radio and all of that, they are working hard to help Fulani to Fulanize them. In their mind, some of them are thinking they are insulting IPOB, or they are doing anything against IPOB, not knowing that they are cheating themselves. Not only them, they are cheating unborn generation, because there is no hope for unborn generation. Any country that have no plan for unborn generation is not a country. There is three things that make a country. Any country that not understand or go to their history, to read their history, to know what happened for the past people that have come and they have died and gone, like Nnamdi and Sikiwe and Awolowo in Nigeria. When you go to the history, you will see what happened. If there's a mistake from the past, you who are there, who are here now, will think, how are you going to do everything within your power to correct the mistake of the dead of the past, to make sure you as a government then will put things in order to correct the mistake of the past, so that when you left, the future will not suffer for what you are suffering according to your time. The white people understand the meaning of future. They also understand the meaning of past. These three sets of people is very important for life. But in the case of Nigeria, is nowhere to find. If you are listening to Radio Biafra and you cannot learn, your name is sorry. The history of Biafra, the history of Nigeria from 1914 to 1945, when the trouble started, when they start to kill Igbo people in the north, 1953, 1966, 1967 to 70, up to today, and you are still talking of Nigeria, your name is sorry. This thing Ozodema is doing in Imo State, people don't think about death. Any human being that cannot think about death is not a human being. Because one day, you will leave this place. The living, we hear what happened to you, or what happened to you when you are alive. All these people, Ozodema is a criminal. And Britain and Fulani have succeeded to use criminal to destroy Igbo race, to give them governors, senators, House of Representatives, so that they will use them to destroy this race. Any country or any tribe The criminal are their leaders is gone. Our leaders have done so much. I open this radio for whoever is interested to listen, to remain a human being, to join hand, to fight. Some of us witness the war, and we see where it ended, and we are here now seeing the same thing, and we do our best just to say what we can say. For whoever is ready to hear, let me hear. Because Nigeria, if you are fighting for Nigeria, you are not a human being. The Fulani are using one Nigeria to take over Nigeria. Even they have taken over Nigeria, there's nothing left. Because all the key positions have been taken by Fulanis. All the key positions. They are about to complete everything. So, I greet all the people who are serious to join hand to hand to DOS and HOD and Nnamdi Kanu to fight this war, so that we will liberate unborn generations.
There were Mazi.
Being a slave.
Thank
you very much.
There were. Thank you. I am now joined by one of us, Wada Marian T. Heather. Wada.
Can you hear me?
Well, the whole world is here. Even the impostor is hearing you. Wada, please go on.
Oh, has been left our Biafra land, crazy man. Good afternoon, sir. I miss you. How you doing, Mazi? I miss your voice. I hope all is well. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to the leadership, starting from Ohamadike, one of Biafra land, through Mazi, Edoziem, Mazi Nworo, Agone Chamber, and all the DOS, members of DOS, and each and every one of us. Good afternoon again to my fellow Biafrans. Quickly, Mazi, listening to you again today, like I said, each time you're doing your programs and opportunity to listen, I learn a lot. You provoke my thoughts a lot. Now, I'm going to speak on 3 issues you raised. One was the American visa refusal to these judges. Americans are crafty. That's, which they're supposed to be. They call it being pragmatic. My name's Marian T. Hyder. Mazi, before I move forward, I'm going to ask you a question. Mazi, do we know whether these judges, this is the first time that traveling out of Nigeria or coming to America since the installation of Uzodimba? Do we know? I don't know either, but I will not be surprised that this is not their first time, because our people like coming to America. That once they have seen the installation of Uzodimba, do we know? I don't know either, but I will not be surprised that this is not their first time, because our people like coming to America. That once they have that the executive of Nigerian government is in disarray, that the only thing that is holding Nigeria is the judicial system. They must be careful. One thing, the coming election, they know there's going to be a lot of riot or uproar because of what is going on, and they're warning them. It's like a warning that's sending to them. You better uphold the justice of that country, because of course, the coming election, they know there's going to be a lot of riot or uproar because of what is going on, and they're warning them. It's like a warning that's sending to them. You better uphold the justice of that country, because of course, Does it mean that it's all of us? No. But what it tells you that majority of us. That is why we must work as a group, work as an entity to make sure that our image, there is something that we must hold there. And number one is Biafra restoration. Now, the third thing I want to bring in is this. You know, talking about the judicial system again, Mazi, to tell you how our people are the ones shooting ourselves on the foot. Mazi, I can bet myself that you see this thing that Mazi is discharged and acquitted since October, and Malami and Co are holding Mazi illegally. By the time we do investigation, you will find out that it was Biafrans, especially Igbo extraction, that gave them that idea.
Of course.
Because if anybody can pay attention, Mazi, you know, when that thing happened, Malami, them didn't know what to do. They were confused. They were talking about going to the Supreme Court because they didn't even read the judgment. Let's refresh back. And a lot of analysis came up on TV, started talking about it. Reading the thing for them. If people were
Bell. Despite
that's what I'm. You know, he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead, man.
Very, very surprising and shameful, honestly, that our leader jumped the bell. So what you are saying, you are right.
Yeah.
Go on, please.
Yeah, that was why I dropped out when he came out and made a statement that he was ready to take Mazi on bail. You know, short for him. I jumped out and screamed, and Toludo eluded and said, how can you people say that you're learned individuals, even though it's not my, you know, my field of study. I'm not a lawyer by occupation or by training. No. But these are common things one must know. I said, no, you cannot shorty somebody that is free. So they knew what they were. They were the one that told Malami, gave him this idea. Go and ask for a stay on that judgment. Because as far as the extraordinary rendition is concerned, it's an international law. It's that the local law cannot go around about it. Any judicial system you take, extraordinary rendition, Muslim will walk free, because you cannot come to a court with unclean hands. That's what you call it. You cannot come to a courthouse where you are your hand is dirty or you're guilty of any offense. You cannot do that. So that is why even today, let us ask ourselves, why has Supreme Court not scheduled the date for the hearing? Because they want that thing to continue to stay. But look at where we are. Now you talked about the currency. The Zamfara governor comes out to say they will continue to use it because they say what? It was the court of appeal. Now they want Supreme Court. They want to obey their court when it's convenient for them. But it's the same court that gave a verdict that Mazi must work. Even if you want to go and appeal to Supreme Court, you must obey the first verdict that your court gave. International bodies are watching this. They may not say a thing because, like you said, they are waiting for us to rise up and protest. Then they can come in. But as long as we continue to tolerate this nonsense bullshit that's coming out from Nigerian government, and our people are burying their head in sand like ostrich because of $1 or $2 or 2 naira. These people cannot just walk into your sovereignty and begin to do things. They can only do one of these kind of diplomatic decisions they are taking on these judges. So the bottom line I'm saying is this. Like you said, man, we're holding ourselves. But look at it. In Anambra State, in Imo State, has any of this the so-called elite or stakeholders risen up and said, our people are suffering? There has been a verdict from the Supreme Court or Court of Appeal that the old naira is still legal tender. Nobody will say such a thing, and our people will not do anything. So this is the problem we are having, Mazi. We are the one that is hurting ourselves. But lastly, because I continue to charge Obasanjo, I read something where Obasanjo now is challenging the INEC. talking about how can they say that certain polling booths are missing? That means they existed before. How could they be missing? That means in the entire Imo State, he mentioned, he said these were all the places Peter Obi has stronghold. Now, the question is Obasanjo that is making this argument. Who was the one that crafted the 1990-something constitution that is hurting Nigeria today? Was it not under his regime? The argument becomes what has changed Obasanjo? Because when they brought him, before they brought him out when he was in prison, he had to agree because he was the one they used to pay or to shut up the Yorubas when they killed Abiola. Because when you pay attention, you see that all the major generals that fought during the Civil War, Nigerian War, all of the Fulani extraction have become presidents, either under civilian rule or military rule. No Yoruba man, whether it's Adekunle, none of them have ever given the opportunity. So what did they do? Maybe Obasanjo. That was why they put him there after they killed Abiola to compensate the Yorubas. So now Obasanjo, I'm asking him, all the things, these things that were happening now, he's part of this constitution. Why can't he come out and talk about the restructuring of this constitution? If he so believes that he's doing this because he wants Nigeria to be better, why can't he do that? Because he's telling them now that I am a master of this game. Why can't Obasanjo come and make statements like this? He's only supporting Obi because the idea of supporting Obi is to shut up the Igbos, just like the Yorubas were shut up. Is to shut up the Southerners, just like the Yorubas were shut up by installing him. So that if they install Obi now, people will say, we have had our own share. And even people like Britain will say, you had your own share. Fulanis will say, you had your own share. Our people will wake up and smell the coffee. Mazi, I know it's not my program, but I will leave it here. I have what you said today. There's a whole lot one can glean and make argument on. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me the opportunity. And thank you all.
You're always on point. You said it all. There were. We know what they are planning, their tactics, and we are equal to the task. That is why we expose it to our people, so that people will stop being sentimental. Judging things sentimentally cannot give you any positive results. Or doing things sentimentally. You have to be tactical. Take it like that. Face the reality and be tactical. That is it. Caller on Signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on Signal.
Yes, I can hear you. Dede Jonathan. Can you hear me, sir?
There were.
Mommy Mwada Chukwu Kabia Magozem. Dede Jonathan. Ebi Gozem. Igelote Nudu. And on here that our veteran said, we existed before Britain. And Britain want to remove a whole Igbo race, a whole Biafra race, because of oil in our land. Let Jonathan check it. It's a common sense. Forget about school. Forget our University of Oxford. We are in there. All these our leaders here, not be that place where they go. And they expect us to speak grammar. If you don't even put these and words, you can't speak English. But we have our own language. Which British man is speaking? And then the chicken does them there. Genesis chapter 46 and Genesis chapter 47 from verse 1 to end there. That is Genesis chapter 46 verse 3 and verse 4 and verse 5. Very important. Order from the Most High as Jacob and his family go to Egypt. I, the Almighty God, am your father, the God of your father. I'm coming back. Jonathan. Jonathan. Who is that disciplined man on this earth? The United Nations are watching our leader. The charges are prepared. Which other way will you construct it? And they're friends all over the world. I would count compare. Christians can't be arrogant. Only that I stake my life for this land. And for school Kabia, who owns the life. Let's show that to mess up with US. And then we want to teach the nation that we are disciplined people. Commandant control. That's all. What the hell is on the ground? Go ahead, check out this. Let's kind of when you get to know you are. Let's go to check out. Now the Jonathan, you are coming back home. I am a gift from God. You don't know the Kanu. Every leader here in Biafra land will never escape it. And Fulani bring our leader out. All the heads, doctors will check our body thoroughly. I see Fulani, they talk through, they know poison our leader. Authority from Chineke. I want the monk over. Okay, Pube. Although we cannot be carried to power while I come parang. When some sort of manga, Yalota. Get to tell. Sita tamadi kereke sita na ranga na prano fara ronga wani le sotoro wete yo bla ya de ri sinala anda ni le no tani mala sita fa ga ronga wa wanda me gidera ani le wa chapa hani lo neke alile lori alile na alile na po alele ho ya oje amana lo metu ko tikada me ke kero wa da
There all hey Biafra. There caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi.
There Mazi.
There watching. Okay, you are doing a great work. I want to thank our leadership, our HODS. I want to thank all the principal officers, the GOD, all over the world for their resolute. And the same Kabiama continue to keep and protect our Messiah, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, I remain Mazi Mili Malugo, calling from United Arab Emirates. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu and my good people of Biafra and those who is listening to this radio Biafra now. How do you think that white people will regard black people? Black people, how do you people think that white people will regard you people? They give you their brother as your God, and then you are that came on the way from Europe and to West Africa here with his harlot girlfriend. They made a country to, and the you people are. After having sexual intercourse with his harlot girlfriend, the Lugard, he woke up and they ask his harlot, please, what name that treat these black monkeys? Please suggest. And his harlot girlfriend said, give these monkeys Nigeria. And the Lugard came up and said, you monkey, from today going up, your name is going to be in Nigeria. And the morons monkey say, hey, we are Nigeria. Whenever I saw some morons say, I'm from Nigeria, una shame go they start to shame me. You are in Nigeria. Do you know the meaning of Nigeria? A darkness. A darkness, pure thick darkness. You are proud of a cause. Nigeria is a cause. That jungle justice called Nigeria. That hell that criminal called Lugard created. You can see what is going on today. You cannot have access to your money. And our people will be using advantage of the suffering their own people, taking as an advantage. You are making money since 1967 stroke now, or since when they create that evil contraction. You are purchasing money. What gain have you gained for individual success? It's like our brother is saying, individual sources have never helped a nation. Let me bring it down home. When you have, and your fellow brother is hungry, you are the next target that your neighbor will kidnap you. Because as no do God is government, good government made people to live a good life, just like Europe, America, and a part of some Asia. It's God that you see. Individual sources never help a nation. Stop using this advantage of suffering your own people. The governor of Biafra state have given order that the old money must be eaten. The old money must be eaten. But come down to our Biafra land. You people use it as an advantage, suffering your own people in a way to make money. Shame to all of you. Shame to all of you that are doing all this rubbish. And the so-called governors are watching their own people suffering. And all of you that have hand in sabotage this Biafra in one way or the other, especially that in Finland, that Ekurima, that is working with Nigeria government, working with the criminal politicians in Biafra land.
As I have told you several times, stop calling this name here in my platform. Please. This is not the first time I'm telling you this. Please. Go on, please.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan. His name is not worthy to be called because he's a bastard. That is why I call him Ekurima. His name, calling his name.
Mazi, please, let us talk another thing. Please, Mazi, please. What is going on is what the politicians are doing. Who is, please, stop, I say, stop, we bloated somebody, created a monster, which he has no capacity of doing many things. But we say it's him, now it's stuck on him. Let us know how to, bad publicity is publicity, after all. So, that is why if you listen, right from time, I say, stop calling this man, the people that are doing this are the Nigerian politicians. Finish. Let us go it like that, please. Go on, Mazi, please, and round up.
Okay, Mazi Jonathan, thank you very much. It's because of that they are using him to institute useless sit at home that is not coming from great IPOB. So our people should be wise. That no any sit at home, please. This is the strategies that they want to use to rig their useless selection to the call election. So what I'm saying in essence that we Biafra must do everything possible to list all the name of all these evil people, especially this man in a boy state called Devumai and the whole of danger. These people who give the Akwesili church in Biafra land, these people have committed in Biafra land. And I'm encouraging my good people of Biafra to start to be listening to Radio Biafra. If you listen to Radio Biafra, your life will not be the same again. Just 3 months, your brain will step back. You will start to thinking like a human being. Because our people are thinking very, very backward. It's because of they don't listen to Radio Biafra. If they can be able to be listening to Radio Biafra, just 3 months, their life will not be the same again. And Biafra is our destination. We will do everything to restore Biafra. And our destiny is in our hands. Calling United Nations, calling America, calling this one, they will never help us. People have given us the power. Let us stop this. That he has given human being power to control this earth. It's human is controlling this earth. People have given us power. We must do everything. Our destiny is in our hand. Let us stop disturbing America. They will not come. They are benefiting from our oil and gas. Please, Louis is going to rise up.
There will.
Revolution to take our destiny. Mazi Jonathan, thank you.
There will. Yeah, let me say this before I bring in these two callers. I think they will be the last callers, please. Like what is happening in our land today concerning this money issue. When you see in the north, Zamfara state governor has given an ultimatum, public pronouncements, or made public pronouncements, that anybody that is paid the owed money for any service or goods and he refuses, that person should be arrested with boldness. But when it comes to our land, you see people that are trying to live through the hardship of others in our land. You understand me? The banks are not accepting the old money. Some people might now say, listen attentively to what I want to say now. Some people might not give an instance and say, it's Igbos that are, suffering themselves. So now them they kill themselves. So Igbos are killing themselves. Even the governors, yes, they are Igbo. If they get Biafra, it is going to be like that. No, this is a misstatement. It's not true. Do you know the reason why many of our people are relegated into trying to make a living through the sufferings of others in our land? It is completely encouraged by the Nigeria setting. Do you hear me? Because we are still in Nigeria. If we try to rise up against, or our people try to rise up against bad policies of our political elites, or to fight one evil or the other in our land, these politicians will bring Nigerian army, which are foreigners, to kill us. They kill us with impunity. The difference is that if we have Biafra, the Biafran politicians will be surrounded with Biafran soldiers and police and servicemen. No more Fulani, no more foreigners. So that if people want to misbehave, if some politicians or some people want to misbehave, every other Biafran will rise up. Do you see how the Israelis are rising? Are protesting? Millions of people watch it on television. Since how many days? Whether yesterday or 2 days ago, Israelis, they were protesting against judicial reform. Because they are one people. There is no way the politician will bring their people, because they are the same people that are in the military, in the police, their husbands, their brothers, their sisters, their wives, to come and shoot them and kill them. It is impossible. Had it been Israel is amalgamated with Saudi Arabia, when something like this, anything they want to protest, maybe Israeli side, the Jewish side, their politicians, the Israeli politicians will bring their Arab Saudian military to come and kill their people for his own personal gain. That is what is happening in our land. So, if anybody that is, before they were saying at the early time, I could remember they were pushing, no, Nigeria is not our problem. You see them even in Chinese television. No, this Biafra. You people are talking Nigeria. No, go and hold your politicians responsible. They are the people that are dealing with you. What about the allocation? What about this and that? 13% of oil revenue in Imo State, in Abia. What are they using it for? Don't disturb us in Aso Rock. Go and hold your politicians responsible. Okay? We say okay. And we started by trying to ask a Kuremadu question in Germany. I'm just giving you the picture of what is happening. We try to hold I say, okay, Ekuremadu is a Biafran representing us in the Nigerian Senate. Okay, let us tell him not to come to eat yam in Germany. That he should stay in Biafra land and fix there because people are suffering. We threw him a raw egg, and prevented him from entering inside the hall. Do you know what happened? I am not to tell you. You know it. All hell broke loose in Nigeria. He's no more representing us. He's no more Igbo politician. He now becomes everywhere. Is the Senate Deputy Speaker, Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Do you see how they roll? Do you see it? They forgot that they told us to hold our own politicians responsible. Do you see why we cannot make any headway in the Nigeria setting? Do you see that? So that when you meet people that are saying no, as you people are suffering yourself in Igbo, in the eastern states. Now, if you have Biafra, it's like that. You will kill yourself. Tell him no. Who oppose Odema can never in Biafra bring a Biafra military or Biafra people to kill their own brothers and sisters. It's impossible. He's doing it under the Nigeria setting. Do you understand what I'm saying? So our stay in Nigeria is just detrimental to us as a people. That is it. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program, Mazi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you for holding on for going to 16 minutes. Go on, please.
Yeah, Mazi Jonathan, good evening from here.
There we go.
May Chukwu Kabiyama continue to bless you and give you every wisdom you need. Anytime you come in this platform, you keep on preaching this gospel, and our people are hearing, and we are reacting to it. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Fellow Biafrans, my name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiyama, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as Austrian PRO. Mazi Jonathan, you said a lot of things this evening, and right from the beginning, we keep on listening to all that you were saying. But the truth about what we are fighting for is Biafra must continue to reign all over the world. We must keep on preaching this gospel. We must keep on fighting, agitating until we are completely free. There is no way, no other way to go about this struggle that we are in. And we are asking the whole world to bear us witness. We are asking the UN, the EU, the AU, the United States of America, for them to know that the zoo court have granted our leader discharged and acquitted, and some politicians, Malami and co, are still holding our leader since October 13th of last year till today, holding him illegal.
And what the world is waiting that any day Biafrans begin to react, they will say, find one thing to say, or to try to say we are doing things that is against their rules and regulations. We don't care. We've been waiting patiently, looking for them to do the needful. And they are failing to do what they're supposed to do. A man that has been granted bail, and even asked the Nigerian court, they have no jurisdiction, they have no right, even in their court, to question Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even any pin of allegation, that he is free and free completely. They are still holding this man, drilling his blood more than 21 times, poisoning him in the GSS custody, trying to kill him slowly, which Biafrans are shouting all over the world that these things these people are doing, we can't continue to condone it. They must release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. They must release him. Because this man, what he's fighting for is what other countries fought to get their own freedom. Allow my people to decide their fate if they want to continue in this construction called Nigeria or not. He is not fighting it in violence. He is asking the whole world to allow us to be. Because before the British amalgamation, Biafra was a country of their own. We were living before they came. So the question is, who gave the British authority to do this amalgamation of 1914? Nobody. They said their forefather Azikiwe, Awolowo, and Tafawa Bello, Ahmad Bello. And we are actually, even at that time, Zik was still a small boy, under 7 years, or the other one was 5 years. Is it a child of 5 years, 7 years, and 6 years who gave an adult, who is signatory to match people that have nothing to do with each other? No, we have no one religion. We don't speak the same language. We don't eat the same food. Nothing. There's nothing that makes us to one country, and we are forcing us to be a place whereby we cannot breathe. This thing, they should stop it. And we are, just as you said, Mas Jonathan, Nigeria is only a country where they ask the citizens to bring their money, and at the end of the day, they refuse to give them their money back. You have to go and buy it. You use your money to buy your money. It is the history of the world. Even if the country are changing their currency, Nigeria is only the country that asks people to go and return their money in the bank, and the people who went back to take the new currency, they refuse to give it to them. What a calamity! What a disgrace! Mazi, and we are letting our people to know, anybody who have here, let him here. There is no seat at home in Biafra land. These politicians are trying to put something that will make our people to begin to run head and scatter. Anything that happens to our people, they have to hold these politicians responsible, most especially Devil Omahi and Hopuso. These FBC criminals that are in Biafra land, they are the ones that are putting this 5 days at home. Nobody should listen to them. Go to your businesses. Anybody disturb you, apprehend that person. They are not bigger than those of them that are coming to enforce this 5 days at home. If they come to you, people should gather and hold them. Hold them. Don't allow these people to intimidate you, to force you into something that you are not prepared for. These politicians should leave our people alone. Because this thing they are trying to do to our people, they are trying to do something at the end of the day. They will say, look at what our people are doing again. IPOB is not calling for any seat at home. The HOD Mazi is not calling for any seat at home. Our leader is not calling for any seat at home. They should allow our people to go their normal businesses and do whatever they want to do on these 5 days. Anybody stopping them, they are sending hell. They want to see the vein of the people. This nonsense must stop. These governors should leave us alone. They should leave us alone. They cannot be working for Fulani to kill all of us. It cannot continue, Mas Jonathan. But Kabema, bless you, my brother. Thank you for answering my call.
There were Mazi. There were Rodrigue. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. You are the last caller. Please go on.
Thank you for taking my call, Professor Jonathan.
There were.
Yeah, you're speaking to a brother who's in with the scavenger. I'm calling from Afridi Sud, South Africa. I greet my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. The man who set up this Radio Biafra, a citadel of knowledge, spirituality, and prosperity, all together in one box. If it's not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will I hear the voice of Jonathan? Where? Who dash monkey banana? Who dash monkey banana? For me to hear your voice. If it's not our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for me to hear what have happened to us. I haven't even heard about Aburi Accord before. You only hear Aburi, but nobody gives you detail of what happened in Aburi Accord. It's only Radio Biafra. God bless you all. Mazi, Professor Jonathan, maintain your blessing. What I want to talk this night, Professor Jonathan, is I agree with you 100%, 110%. People who are thinking that if Biafra come, is going to be like Nigeria, no, that you are going to suffer more than being in Nigeria. No, you must change your mind. Be rest assured that once Biafra come, unless if it's not under this IPOB leadership, as long as it's under IPOB, you are rest assured. You will enjoy heaven on earth. Because I can't see Biafra IPOB leading the helm of Biafra government, and somebody like Obiano said that our blood, our head is 500,000 when we died through Fulani. And who kill us? Is somebody who drive 1,000 kilometers away to come and kill us in our own land. And now we are giving half 500,000 naira. That is what it is. I cannot see Biafra coming under IPOB leadership, and Dave Umai will open his mouth and say that he is not working to satisfy his people who voted for him. He know already that their vote doesn't count, and he said he's only working for the tenancy of what? Of Nigeria Nigeria Constitution. He's there to defend Nigeria Constitution. That is what they are saying. And we are telling you, Biafrans, it will not happen. Never, never on earth again under this leadership of, under the leadership of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. Professor Jonathan, this is how they are degrading us. This is how they are treating us anyhow. This is how they are. They don't value our life. Our life is nothing to them. Let me tell you, you talk about America. Global Terrorist Index. Are they not from the West? Tony Blair Institute of what and what is also what? Is from the West. Institute of Economic and Peace. They are also from the West. Antonio Guterres. America was there when Antonio Guterres said that it is good to incorporate terrorists, 5 terrorist groups into Nigeria army, and they know the aim. Is it not America who talk about Abakari? They wanted to come, and when these people are talking, I don't take them serious anymore, because as they talk, $1 billion is waiting for them, bribe from Nigeria. That is what you expect from Nigeria. Because when they talk of banning this man, a Fulani man, or whoever he is from Nigeria, a judge coming to America, why are they banning him? What is the meaning of banning? What is the meaning? This person you are talking of banning him is nothing to him, because he's not coming there to dance Yankee music. He's not coming there to dance hip hop. What he does is chicken. And this chicken, you will only hear this voice in Saudi Arabia. He will go to Saudi Arabia. He will go there and enjoy his money. You're talking of banning him. Banning him, why don't you freeze his money? What of his money in America? What of his property in America? What of his children studying in America? What did you do there? You didn't do anything. Why don't you freeze that money and come down, take that money, come and build hospital in Nigeria? You ban him only to come. But in our own land, you want to terrorists. You encourage terrorists. Global index. All are from you. All are from you. You don't value our life. Biafrans, these people don't value our life. Only what they value is oil. Oil. That is why their satellite dish, everything is only in oil. That is where they don't value. Now they come, they send all their panel, all their index, everything is about Nigeria election. Now, what of the index? What is it talking about the suffering of our people who don't even have power to access their own money, to eat their own money? No hospital, no everything. You have never heard World Index where they make a study and say, yes, this is how we will help Nigeria to get electricity. No, it's only how to do election. These are the people disturbing your election. Hear them. Abakiyari them. All of them, they are there. Yerima Shetima, all of them are there. They are the ones who are disturbing your election. We are not in election. What we want is what? Referendum. And that is what we are going to get. Let me talk to you, Soludo, please respect yourself. If you begging about the leader of the release of our leader, talk straight. Don't talk with fork tongue. Just say release our leader. Don't say you're going to go and you make a permission. You have made appointment, which you haven't even get appointment date. You get appointment. So if the appointment, Buhari, the impostor tell you to come for appointment on 2026, we are waiting on 2026. Tell them to release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu immediately, because the court have acquitted him free, that he didn't commit any crime. He's only fighting for his people. Please don't go and talk about it. You are making appointment. Appointment is an appointment more than an appointment of our elder Mbazilika Amechi. Mbazilika Amechi have talked to this impostor, the impostor there, and he didn't make his wish to come through. Is it you who is going to talk to him? Because you are comfortable now. You want to go and talk to him, make appointment at their own time. We don't need the appointment anymore. We don't need all this here mercy anymore, because you people have exhausted us. You have punished us. You have given us all high blood pressures. We have been suffering because of their failure. And you are giving appointment to somebody who has killed 5 million of your people. Somebody who said you are a dot. You are giving appointment. Somebody who said you are an irresponsible father. That is what the same impostor, and now you want to give appointment to him. Shame on you. Stand and say, release my brother. My brother didn't do anything. Your court have said it, not you say. The court have said it. We don't need their mercy. We don't need their pity. We don't need their appointment. Your appointment is zero. This appointment is only to go and collect security money. Don't mind him when he says he's going for appointment. He's not going for appointment. He's going to collect security money to come and kill the Anambras, the Biafrans. That is what they're doing. Biafrans, stand on their feet. We must get Biafra. Let nobody deceive you. What we want is a referendum. Release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience, so that we will be free. And the conduct by United Nations. That is what we want. Thank you for taking my call. Professor Jonathan, I love you. IPOB members, you are my blood. Bye.
There were Mazi. Caller on signal, please. You are the last caller. You know, I just pick your call. Make it as brief as possible, please, Mazi. Can you hear me?
Yes, my brother. I hope I'm coming clear.
You are. Please go in.
Okay. Thank you for picking this call. I need to do some announcements. IPOB in the Netherlands. We are inviting you to join us, all IPOB family members in the Netherlands, all Biafrans in the Netherlands, and lovers of freedom. Please come and join us to our demonstration that will take place in the International Criminal Court, ICC, in The Hague. The date is 23 February 2023. The time of the demonstration is 11 a.m. to
2 p.m. Central European Time. And please, Biafrans, those coming from Amsterdam, the capital, there is a bus. There's a bus in Amsterdam. It will depart Amsterdam by 9 a.m. At Ganzenhof. The bus will be standing at Ganzenhof, and it will depart from by 9 a.m. So if you want to get information about the bus and the departure time or any other information, please call 06 33 43 04 14. Alternatively, you may call 06 87 90 20 75. And I have one more, and then I'll be done. IPOB in the Netherlands, we are inviting you to the ESN fundraising that we hold on 19th of March this year. The venue is Charity House, Bermadrecht 1239. That is Charity House, Bermadrecht 1239. That is the address. And the postcode is 1103 Tango X-ray Ganzenhof, Amsterdam. That is 1103 TX Ganzenhof, Amsterdam. And the time is 3 p.m. The starting time is 3 p.m. Central European Time. And if you want to call to know where it's holding or any more information, please call +31 68 79 020 75. Alternatively, you may call +31 644 84 91 74. So please call to help us, to help our people that are guarding our people, guarding our land. ESN, that's why we are making the announcements for now, so that you may prepare. That is 19th of March. And so, my brother, thank you very much. The only thing I want to add here is the foundation of every state is the education of its youth. This is said by Diogenes. And our eternal gratitude and blessing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has educated the youth and the elderly accordingly, because both young and old need brain reset and reorientation. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God bless DOS. God bless ESN. God bless M Branch. And may God bless Biafra. Good night and God bless.
There were Mazi, and I hope you forward that flyer or continue coming on to announce it, because it's very important. There were.
Yes, I will forward it to your WhatsApp calling address, but I'll be coming once in a while anyway to make the announcement.
It's okay.
Thank you very much.
There were. Thank you very much. We must continue towards ending this program. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, what we are doing is what we should do. If Nigeria is working, at least we wouldn't be doing what we are. We wouldn't be agitating for Biafra. That is the reality. Let's face the fact. We are not agitating for Biafra for agitating sake. No. Because the place that we are, we found out that it is unfixable, infixable, because the Creator programmed it to be like that. It's a business entity. Somebody made I will play the clip maybe another time. The documentary, just primary documentary about the to tell Nigerians who Nigeria, explain to Nigerians who Nigeria. I mean, what is Nigeria? The origin of that Nigeria. Every other country used to have origin, one origin or the other. But Nigeria was just a creation, foreign creation, complete amalgamation, foreign creation. And you see people that are there, they think that they can fix Nigeria. What about the foreigners that created it? What about them? Are you not putting them into consideration? Do you think that you will do something apart from what the authors, the creators of Nigeria don't want? Ask yourself, why is it that the whole presidential candidate, the major presidential candidates, why is it that always they go to Chatham House in London to do their meeting? Why is it so? They go to receive order. Why? Why is it so? Why don't you ask yourself? These are things, somebody with common sense will be asking. And that is the base of your problem. Why is it that anything that happens, you will see British government, British parliament, British ambassador, high commissioner, we say, no, we support the territory, the integrity of Nigeria should never be tampered with. Have you ever had any other country, for example, Britain, go to India and say, no, the territorial integrity of India should not be tampered? Have you ever had it? All these are things that we say here so that you start reasoning and thinking deep. That is a common sense. That is the source of your problem. How do you see somebody created a toy, now you want to better it so that it will be to your liking? It is impossible. It has a creator. Nigeria has a creator, for goodness sake. Nigeria has a creator. You understand me? Why is it that Tinubu, all of them, Tinubu, he doesn't talk to the Nigerian public or Nigerian press, media, but he will go to London and it's there that he will be talking like a parrot. Why is it that all of them, why is it that Peter Obi all of a sudden from PDP, not elected as a primary candidate, all of a sudden he went to London and things changed? He came back immediately and entered the LP and things started happening. Why is it so? There are why you start asking why things that doesn't happen other places. In India, that was colonized also like Nigeria, it doesn't happen there. Now you ask yourself why. When you start reasoning about that answer, your brains, your frontal lobes will be developed, will be opened, and you start understanding the problem or the source of the problem. But in Nigeria, they are giving anesthesia. Nigerians are given anesthesia so that they don't think. They become, inactive. They don't think. Only emotion. Emotion will carry them. It's very, 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 very pathetic and sad indeed. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we must continue pushing. Freedom fighting is not easy, because once you have freedom, you are no more going to relinquish it. Eritrea have their freedom. They are no more going to go back. It doesn't matter what happens. They will say, the time of freedom is finished. Let's go back and stay with Ethiopia. It's impossible. There will no more. It's free. Freedom is free. That is why we sacrifice everything to get freedom. There are people that are being caught by propaganda, because propaganda is worse, is more effective than arms, than guns and bullets. Guns and bullets can kill a few people at a time, one person, two person at a time. But propaganda and ideological manipulation, it can destroy a whole race. Do you understand me? That is why we can never do without talking about this religion, because it's a weapon of mass destruction in our life. Whether you like it or not, that is the reality. What they use in making us behave the way we are behaving, or adding to the behavior that we are behaving today. Very numb. You know, in everything you thank God. In every situation you give thanks and praises unto God. Whether you are suffering or thank God. So you suffer with happiness. But there are people that they always fight. Look at Israel today. Israel. Since the other day I was watching it. Israel, they came out on protest. I say millions, uncountable of them, physically, in order to kick against a policy that they didn't like as a people. You see it physically. They didn't count on God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They didn't count on God of Israel to fight for them. They came out, which means they did something, because the government is their government, it is their people. You understand me? Let us stop being naive. I say, is it Oyedekbo? He said, hey, why is people complaining? People say nothing is working in Nigeria. Is your kidney not working? You don't know that without filling your kidney and your stomach with the akpu and gari and the wedu, it will not work. And how do you fill it? With what? Which money? What are you going to work? So, but the angle is why are you complaining that God give you all these things, breathe, so you have to calmly thank God that you are alive. So suffer in a silent way, suffering and smiling. Here, I got go on, honestly speaking. We continue curing malaria. Ourselves, malaria, this disease we have, we will continue curing it. It's ideological. Thank you for listening. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is our identity. We must continue making sure that this nation is being restored. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
The land of the rising sun is a home of the Biafrans. The fire of the eastern land is a promised land, a blessed land of the Chukwa Biafra.